Thank you guys so much for waiting. I'm so sorry for being late. As an explanation, so I did something really stupid. So I was trying to clear my download file. So I somehow just like out select all, delete in my trash, empty trash, and then I was setting up OBS and I was like, my slides! My slides! They're gone! So I makeshift one, like really fast, but I still feel so sad because the one I made was really high effort. So I hope you guys won't grill me so much for my ugly slides. It's like, it's just me rushing everything. No, I didn't pull it out of recycle. I did the greatest mistake one could do. I pressed empty recycle bin. And I don't backups. I don't have backups. I don't have backups. Cause you know, I did this slide like, cause I did this slide like a month ago. And I deleted all of the backup file for this because it's been a month. So I made a makeshift PPT file. I think it's okay because, you know, I still have my you know, so I could stay accurate. I have my Google documents of I call it my my summer anime write-up. It has like 150 pages of me yapping my mouth off, but I had to condense them. So whatever I'm gonna say on stream, it's like a super condensed version of the show I'm saying. But hello everybody. I didn't bring my glasses. I'm Wemiko. Nice to meet you. I am Remilia of his alter ego, but I think it would be nice if I don't speak with my glasses on, so you can look at the eyes of my soul. But I have been thinking for a while now. I'm thinking of opening a sub-Twitter account just for myself. Yes, for Wemiko myself. So I can rant about anime because I don't really want to clash it with my with Wemi. Wemi don't really like it when I crash the feed with anime stuff. So I'm thinking of having an out for Wemiko, so I can just spam anime stuff, rant anime stuff, can just rant, spam, and yap, and do my hot anime takes. So I think I'll do an alt account so I can just yap whatever I want, and for it to not get messed up. For it to not get messed up with the main account. Yeah, I'm planning to do like an out account. So that I can... What is going on? So that I can, you know... What is going on? So that I can set up my thingy. Majiggy. Thingy majiggy. Are you gonna do the Bleach Life Reactor? Oh shoot, I totally forgot about continuing Bleach. That's insane. Okay, But before I start, I would like to say the reason why I know summer anime has passed and we're going in the fall, but I think fall anime is pretty disappointing. The lineup is pretty bad. I'm not very impressed. I'm watching a lot, but I'm not very impressed. We could go through some of them first before I go through summer anime, but I'm just not really impressed. And I personally think that summer anime has probably one of the best romances I've seen this year, and probably one of the best slice of life shows I've seen this year. And I think that says a lot, considering I watch every single, and yes, I do watch every single anime that I can find. So there's some anime that's like limited to like Disney Plus. For those I can't, because I don't have Disney Plus, so I can't really watch those. But those are pretty niche ones, and there's some that's, I think, just in Japanese that I can't find and only aired in Japanese TV. So those I can't find too. Yeah, there's like a few. For example, there's one anime called Leviathan. I think that's strictly either Netflix only or strictly Hulu. I don't have Hulu. Hulu's an American show, right? I don't have Hulu, but I managed to... It's on Netflix, so I managed to borrow my auntie's Netflix account so I could watch it, of course. And so I try my best to watch every single episode. Leviathan was good. I think it was confusing, maybe because I don't read the book. I try my best to watch every single anime because I truly believe that in order to give a good review, I must watch anime. And disclaimer to all my new viewers, nice to meet you, I'm Wemiko. My credential in giving anime advice is that I have watched almost I've watched maybe 95% of anime from 2000 to 2025. That's my credential, every single one of them. 95% from top to finish. The only ones I didn't watch are horror and hard to find ones or very niche ones like Vanguard. I'm not a huge fan of like Vanguard long anime. Those maybe I don't watch. So 95% is my credential. 95% is the credential. I am pretty unbiased based on anime. I don't really have a very... I'm not really a super critiquer. To me, like for example, to me, a romance anime don't have to be realistic, but a romance anime have to make me want to kick my blankets, have to make me feel lonely afterwards, have to make me smile, and that to me is a good romance. It don't have to be romantic, it don't have to have super duper deep character development, it don't have to have this, it don't have to have that. And my credential is I like watching anime slops. I like watching Isekai slops, even though they're generic. They're Isekai slops, and I like Isekai slops. I like Shonen slops, cause I like Shonen. I like Shonen slops. I like people making friends, going through schools, gaining new powers, fighting the evil, becoming hero, overpowered. I love overpowered. I think overpowered is great. I like revenge, overpowered, super crazy over the top powers. Yeah, I basically watch everything. I even watch... I'm not sure if I can take recommendations from someone who watches slop. Well, I guess that's well, I guess maybe you can go and try my anime list. Because to me, because anime to me is for everyone. Every anime is different person's love. Anime is for everyone of all ages. And, you know, people may say, oh, Isekai is generic, but, you know, what's really wrong about generic shows? Sometimes we just want to turn off our brain and enjoy just a guilty pleasure. I call them guilty pleasure. They're 12 episodes. 12 episodes of generic Isekai slop. They don't give me any life lessons. They don't stir any emotions out of me. They're pretty okay, very generic, but they're just a guilty pleasure that I like to watch. You know, I don't think there's anything wrong. But some people may not like it, then you know, then that's just not your cup of tea, and that's just not your cup of anime. And maybe you like something more deeper, something more different, and that's okay. But that doesn't mean you can talk bad about other people who choose to watch slop. I just think that it's okay to have fun. You know, like, what is your reason? Why do you watch anime for? Do you watch anime just to have a fun time? Or do you watch anime so you can go on the internet and write a 10-page thesis about the character and the plot? You know, like, what is your goal? Do you just want to watch something you can turn off your brain? Or do you feel like watching something super intense? Or do you feel like watching something so sad? Or you feel like, you know, it's just different people have different things. So that's my credential. I watch all kinds of anime. I watch Isekai, I watch harems, I watch romances, I watch sci-fi, I watch edgy, I watch suspense, mystery. I watch so many kinds. I watch sports. I like sports. Be ready for a 500-word essay on YouTube comments. Well, I can just, you know, people can post. Well, if I read, then that's a different story. There is a taboo for me for anime. This is just personal bias, so I like to put down. I do not like NTR. I do not like cheating. I do not like NTR. So shows like Domestic Girlfriend, I do not like bait and switch. So shows like, what is that show? Senpai Isin Otokonoko, I don't like, cause it's bait and switch. I hate bait and switch. I don't like cheating. I don't like NTR. And I don't like one guy having many wives. So that's my personal bias. Therefore, for animes that I rate very low, it's because I personally do not like it, but doesn't mean that you should think that it's bad. It's just not for me. But if you do like that genre, then maybe it's for you, because I know that there's a lot of NTR likers out there, and funny enough, majority of them are females. So I don't judge. End of the day, it's just your personal preferences, whether you like it or not. I'm just putting it down because I just want to be as honest and transparent as I can. So I just put down if I don't like something. Yeah. You watch Harem but don't like a guy having multiple wives? There's a difference for harems, because a lot of harems in shows, it's kind of like a gag harem. It's like many girls like a guy, but the guy is delusional. He can't tell. He don't know. He's clueless. So he ends up choosing no one. Or sometimes harems are like, you know, many girls like him, but he ends up only choosing one girl. Yeah. There's it's just harem is just such a like a big. I guess the only one I really like is I like 100 Girlfriends That I Really Like You. I think that's a pretty good one. And I like Date Alive because essentially he has to save them by dating them. I guess those are the only exceptions that I'm okay with, that I don't really mind, cause not really like emotionally cheating, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Let me set up my thing. Oh, wait, I can show you the anime I'm currently watching for fall. I haven't watched a lot, but I like to use this website called OmniChart. It's a great website that I like to use. It's a really it's a nice website. I like to use. So give me a second. I'll show you what fall anime I'm currently watching. You use OmniChart every season? Yeah! Oh, AniList and OmniChart is pretty similar, I feel. Like, really? Are they the same? Because I feel like they're same. Like, I think they're same. OmniChart and AniList. Very similar to one and another. Let me just bring out the untucked, and now to put at the side. It's kind of confusing sometimes because I think they're the same, but I'm not so sure if they're the same. Okay, let me show you. So this is the current fall lineup. There's a lot of sequels. I'm only watching a few right now. So I'm watching One Punch Man 3. I don't know. I'm really disappointed. The animation is really bad compared to what we have in season 1. You know, you remember that really epic Genos fight with the mountain? That was pretty epic, but now it's kind of it's like Tibet, you know? It's Tibet. It's literally a Tibet style slideshow animation, which I'm just really weirded out because One Punch Man is a very big franchise. One Punch Man is a very big IP. It's very popular. Even till now, it's very popular. So I'm just very surprised that it has come down to this. Just kind of shocks me. But you know, I will still watch it because I really like the show. I really like the whole series. Just a little disappointed. Maybe One Punch Man 4 will be better. And for Spy X Family, I'm waiting for more episodes. Kind of want to marathon it. There's some anime that I want to marathon it. Boku no Hero Academia, I'm waiting to marathon. Did you see they revealed the invisible girl and she has green hair? I'm I'm marathoning because I know what's going on. Because I finished the manga, so I know exactly what's going to happen. So I'm just waiting for it to finish so I can watch it one shot. Because there's no point for me to watch one episode every week. I already know what's going to happen. And Ansatsu, I read the manga for this. I'm watching it. So far, it's okay. It's pretty nice. I pretty like it. It's pretty okay because I read the manga already. So I watched like 4 episodes. So now I'm just waiting for it to continue. Fumetsu, I am waiting for it to air finish because I have read this manga and I gotta tell you, this manga is one of the most gut-wrenching angst show that you will possibly read in your life. It's literally, it's just a show about life moving on. It's this one entity. He knows nothing about life, so what he does is he goes on to dead people and becomes the host of that thing. And when he becomes the host, he inherits the host's memories and he tried to live life as the host until the host's body dies and he move on to another being, and then he lived their lives, and then you sort of go through each. It's a very melodramatic show. It's very sad. It's very calm. It's a calming show with a hint of sadness about going through life. Yeah, I'm waiting for this to finish because I have read the manga and I hear this is not bad. I don't know. I haven't watched this yet. This one is what is it? 友達の妹が俺にだけうざい. My friend's sister is annoying me. I feel like this is gonna be good. I haven't watched this yet, but I feel like this is nice. Bromance. I hope she's not too annoying. Sounds fun, yeah. It has a love triangle. Oh man. I hate love triangles because one person never wins. This one I'm watching. I love this show so much. This show is so good. Comfy campfire, cooking campfire. I freaking love cooking campfire. It makes me so hungry. Do you know if you go to their website, you can actually find actual recipes of the show? And they'll tell you what you can buy. Identical things that's identical. I think like the show is being sponsored by Ajinomoto. Yeah, I think the show is being sponsored by like Ajinomoto or SMB, you know? What is that really popular spice? Like garashi something? And it's just pretty comfy. Epi, arigato! Thank you so much for the super chat. Not super chat. Thank you so much for the kitty, arigato. I think this one is sponsored by. You can even buy Japanese soy sauce. Maybe they're sponsored by food or something. I'm watching a few episodes of Sanda. Right now, the premise is it's not bad, but I don't know. It's kind of unassuming the first few episodes. It's like a little goofy. I'm okay, not bad. We'll know more I watch. The more I watch, the more I will know. So right now it's like, Oh, I read this before. uh, I haven't watched the anime because I've read it before. That's that's all I can say. Drama and horror, exactly like what it is. Ah, shoot! I realized my elbow is blocking. And then the next one is level 9999 gacha. It's basically this guy, he has powers to create things, but it's a gacha, and the gacha depends on the more mana you have, the better you can summon. So all his time, he has summoned nothing but trash, like keys or coins. And then he joined a party, and then yada yada yada, party kicked him, he got betrayed, they kicked him into the bottom of the dungeon that has a lot of mana, super mana dense dungeon. He summoned to level 99999 maid, battle mage like Sakuya Iazoi, and then he realized that his powers is a gift because the dungeon has a lot of mana. So he just summon like a cat girl, summon like a swordsman girl, summons like a kingdom, summons like this really powerful swordsman guy that helps him train. And so while now he has his own kingdom, he conducts revenge one by one against the party that abandoned him. So far it's really nice. Not sure why it's really low. I like it. He does the revenge that's really, really nice. Satisfying. I like it. I like revenge stories, man. I love revenge stories. Oh, this show is really nice. This show is very slice of life. I was watching. He just awakes in the future, and there's an android who looks exactly like his girlfriend. So he just it's a bit like going on this post-apocalyptic world, you know? That's pretty nice. I haven't watched Ranma yet. I'm probably waiting for Ranma. I'm so mad. I don't like Akane. Oh, unpopular comment. I think Akane sucks. I wish Ranma would be the shampoo. You know, my gripe is that the entire time he's just fighting with Akane. Like, do they even like each other? Do they even freaking like each other? Ugh. Like, I love this series so much, but what the frick? All they do is fight. Sure, you know, couple banter is a fine. Couple banters. Oh, they fight every single episode, and it's so freaking annoying. And Akane has never, her growth so stagnant. She didn't even grow. She's still the same irritating girl. Even when I got married, she's still so annoying. Akane is proto-sun. You know you can do tsundere well. Like Toradora is a great romance. But Akane is just... she's so annoying. Tsundere done right is not annoying. Akane is literally the definition of tsundere done wrong. She's so annoying. Every time... I love Shampoo more. I think Shampoo is... No! You know who I like more? Ukyo. The Okonomiyaki lady. She's my favorite. I wish she and Rama got together, man. What the frick? They should just get together. Ooh. You know who's the saddest of them? Oh, sorry, I'm putting water. You know who's the saddest of them all? It's Pijan. I feel so bad for Ryoga. Like I wish they created a girl that Ryoga would end up with, because it's so sad. He never ends up with anybody. Like, she's just... Do they? Who did they? I don't know. Ryoga never... Like... Ryoga! Does Ryoga have anybody? Akari? Did Ryoga end up with Ukyo? I don't know. I have not watched the series in a long time. I hope they do. I hope they do. I just think Akane is such a weird... I don't like Akane. So I don't know. It was a good show. I remember I was so traumatized by that one episode where Rama, like they Hopsai took out that dragon beard from Rama's hair thing, and then he can't stop growing hair. If Ukyo ended up with Ryoga, then I'm so happy. Then I guess that makes sense. Then Shampoo would end up with, I forgot his name, that Chinese guy who is a swan. A goose or a swan? I don't know. Yeah, papa, inshanti, hasharu, no. Yeah, papa, inshanti. Moose! His name is Moose. Yeah, Moose. Anyways, I haven't watched this one yet, cause it's Harem. I don't know. I'm waiting for Harem. This one I like. This one I watch. Bukyo na Senpai. This one is it's like adult romances. I love adult romances. Okay, it depends, you know. Sometimes I like watching high school romances, and sometimes I like watching adult romances. And this one is really nice. They're two really awkward people. It's a bit like Wotakoi. It's awkward office kind of relationship. I'm still watching it though. I don't know how it's gonna end. What do you think of Wotakoi? I actually like the side couple more than the main couple. And I like that they got married at the end of the manga. That's so sweet! They got married! I love the last one. They got married! Your VTuber is goated. Thank you so much for thinking I'm your goat. Moose is the guy with the spiral glasses that turn into a duck. Yeah. Oh, the duck. Thought it was a swan. I'm watching this one too. Okay, I'm not sure, like, the Isekai trend, but I am seeing a lot of kicked out of party Isekai, and it kind of makes me think. Gertie Mariato, thank you for the super chat. That just kind of makes me think, what goes on inside studio's mind to make an animation? Do they see that kicking out isn't that it? Oh, it's party, my bad. Like, do they think that kicking out party title is pretty popular? You know, we have a lot of getting kicked out of party shows, and most of them are just okay. Most of them are nice, just okay. It's a guilty pleasure. And they're always the mage. It's either the magician or the mage or the shielder. I don't know. It's popular Nato. I guess so. There's this website where authors publish their light novels, and really popular light novels get turned into adaptation. You know, Alna speaks Russian. The author, when first posted on the website, wanted to turn it into an isekai so they can become popular, but then later changed their mind and just stay as is. So yeah, it's like there's another website for Japanese light novels, and they take the popular one and just turn it into anime. Yeah. Oh, I'm currently watching Yano no Futsu no Hibi. Oh, this is really nice, by the way. The girl just has social anxiety, and then it's really slow burn, slice of life, teenage romance. Pretty nice. I haven't watched Chichi or AU. I heard good things about this show, but I haven't exactly watched this show yet. This one, I read the manga already. So I'm just... You know, there's a lot of villainous... It's like a trend that I'm noticing. Villainous... What do you even call them? Like Victorian? You know, Duchess, Crown Prince, Crown Princess, Emperor. Like, oh, my married to my enemy's emperor, or like married to my duke, or married to the enemy kingdom because I'm useless, or the cold duke of the north. You know, it's always, oh, you get banished to marry the duke of the north, or it's never the duke of the south, it's always the duke of the north, or married to my enemy kingdom, or married to the mean count, something like that. It's very female coded though. A lot of female like to... It's equivalent to a soap opera, I guess, or a Korean drama. It's very dramatic. The plot is the same. The girl's always abused by the family. Bad childhood. Nobody likes her, bullied. And then she got sent to another kingdom, and then slowly the cold hard prince warmed his heart towards her, and then they become happy, and it's always the same plot over and over again. But it's good. It's a good slap. I like reading them. Some of them are really sweet. Makes me kick my blanket. Some of them are really angsty. It's just really like it's really just the same plot, which is taking a lot of popularity, so it's turning into an anime now. It's pretty nice. Yeah, it's the female isekai sub. Yeah, exactly. Some is isekai, like, oh, I isekai'd into my own book, or I isekai'd into that fan fiction, or I isekai into this Duchess group, or some is going back in time, some is just not going back in time, but oh, I have to marry to the Duke of the North. You know? I am currently watching this Madhouse, really good sports anime. I'm only on episode 2 though, but it's very good. Only episode 2. Uma Musume is great too. I feel like for Uma Musume you really have to binge it, because each episode is sort of grappling your toes. So you really have to wait at least 4 episodes and then you watch, cause I can't handle it. This one I haven't watched, but I know it's another rom-com. I'm just sort of waiting for it. This one is another tokusatsu show. It's about Kamen Rider. I heard it's very good though. I heard it's really... I'm really impressed that currently there's a lot of anime about older Oji-san. It's always the 34 years old, 35, 40 years old man Isekai or do something. It's pretty nice. I like this one. This one is really nice. The premise is that she is Marie. She is a martial artist. She's really powerful, but then she has to pretend to be a robot and work, because she has to work with this guy, and they're so funny. Their vibe is more comedy, but very similar to the Silent Witch kind. She has to be undercover, and she has to pretend to be a robot. I love it so much. It's good. It's really funny, really nice. I haven't watched Gintama, so I'm not watching Gintama. I haven't watched Tayo because I don't know. I have my... I'm probably waiting for it a little bit before I watch. I'm not sure. My gut feeling tells me it's just okay. You know, there's some high school romance that's just not nice. Like, there's one that I really didn't like. What is it? Like, something dog... something dog slave. Like the girl, like the guy used the girl as a slave in high school. Like a shoujo anime, but it's horrible. Ugh, I didn't like it. Something. Genosha I haven't watched, but I like space sci-fi. I'm waiting for it. This one, I read the manga. The manga is pretty nice. It's literally like the same plot, but I haven't watched the anime. Cause it's this... I love this one, by the way! Chanto suenai Kyuketsuki-chan! This is so cute! This is so cute, by the way! This is so freaking cute! She can't even suck her own blood! She's a vampire that can't even suck blood. She's so cute. It's cute girls doing cute things, basically. I haven't watched Digimon Beat Break. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty biased to Digimon. I'm very, what's that word called? I'm very attached to the first Digimon crew. So, it's really hard for me to like any other Digimon series that's not the main crew. I'm really attached to the old crew. That Digimon series to me is so peak. That's my favorite kind of Digimon. You know when they grew, cause Digimon logic is like you have to be a kid, and if you grow up, you can't go back to the Digimon world. And then I think it was like the fourth season, they all grew up, and then they can't go back to the Digimon world. So they have another crew, and I feel so betrayed. And like, what do you mean they grew up and they can't go back? Oh, what do you mean they can't go back? So I'm pretty attached to, you know, the first group. I'm very attached to the first group. It was nice. It was really good. It was a great shonen. I loved it a lot. What do you think about Inazuma 11? I love Inazuma 11! It's one of my favorite sports show. Sports, magic. Because Inazuma 11 is sort of magic. There's magic to it. I freaking love Inazuma 11. It's a great show. I have not watched Let's Play. I'm not sure. I'm probably gonna watch it once it's finished. And I watched Sumatsutoing. It's very wholesome. It reminds me of Mono. And a few anime of just traveling across different places. It's very Iyashike kind. It's just two girls. It's kind of like a last girls tour, except it's less depressing and they don't die. And I'm currently watching this one too. Eiya no Tenai Shukowa desu. This is pretty nice. I'm only on like 3rd episode. I've been pretty busy lately, so I haven't been watching. So this is pretty nice. And I have been watching Kimi to Koe tte Koe ni naru. I don't know if he's going to end up with her, because I feel like their love is very three-way. Because the guy loves him too, and he loves the guy too, and he loved the girl too, and the girl loves him too. So I haven't read the manga. Maybe I should read the manga. I don't know. You know, I mean, I don't think the author is gonna make him end up the guy. So he's probably endgame with the girl. But then it's unfair because his dynamic with the guy is pretty good too, and his dynamic with the girl is pretty good too. So I'm just, it's a little bit like Senpai wa Otoko no Ko. I have very mixed feelings about this show. You know? Arigato Subuchata Natu. I saw your romance manga. You have choice paralysis. Could I pick one for you? Watch Boku Yaba. Boku Yaba is a great one. Boku Yaba is a good one. Boku Yaba. One of the greatest rom-com I've ever seen. Bread and breakfast. Bread and breakfast is breakfast. Bread and Why can I not say it? Breakfast. Bread and breakfast. Bread and breakfast. It's a pretty good show. A very calm kind of show. Waiting for it to finish. I don't know. I've watched like a first 2 episodes. It's a pretty nice family wholesome show about robots. Kingdom 6, waiting for it to finish. I love Kingdom. The Kingdom series is so peak. But I like to marathon Kingdom, because watching one episode by one episode is really like torture. Ninja to Gekudo. It's not bad. I'm currently on like the 3rd episode. Not bad, but I can't comment more. It's not bad. Shabake. Shabake is a little bit like Japanese folklore, Japanese spirits, murders, a little bit like Mushishi, but murder-esque kind. Pretty good. Debu to Labu to Ayamatsu to. I haven't watched this one cause I'm scared. I really don't like when the show like, oh, a fat girl fall in love with a handsome guy, and then the fat girl loses weight, and then it's like, oh, you know, I lost weight, and then I'm ready for love. It's just very, you know, very dumb to me. I think it's very dumb. I find it very dumb. Like, I don't like that they purposely make her fat so that she could lose weight at the end. But I'm not sure. I think this one should, I don't know. Maybe this one is like, he just really likes her. So I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it to finish. As Viv, I haven't watched yet. I think this is like a music show. Not yet. And oh, this one I haven't watched, cause I think this one is the dad from Crayon Shin-chan. And then I haven't watched the rest. I've been watching Isekai Quadrant. Isekai Quadrant is still really good as usual. And oh, I watched Potion. Potion is really wholesome. Just this cute little girl who isekai. It's like a really chill girl. She could just make potions. Sawara Night is like your what is it called? It's really nice. It's very funny. It's like your typical romance comedy show. What else? Most of these I haven't watched yet. Most of these I haven't watched. Oh, I watched like Anima to Kokora. They're two sea otters. But the animation's a little bit like slideshow. It's only like 5 minutes. So yeah, so that's the one I've watched. Okay. Now, let me get to my actual anime recommendation. Arigato Suchato. Haven't been watching enough anime Noxus. Can you recommend me? Well, I'm about to recommend you some summer anime. Fat guys are so underrated. Oh. There's a really good anime about a fat guy in summer. That show is my top. It's my top 5 anime. Top 5 is so hard. There's so many good ones this season. But there's just it's Busamen. This guy, he's so good. He's like fat and ugly, and if he touch a girl, minus 10% of his HP. But instead, he get godly powers. So good. Let me show you. It's called Busamen. Really good. You didn't like that one? Why? How come? It's so wholesome. Why do you not like it? It's so wholesome, and He feels like the dad, you know. I cried a few times when I watched the show. He just feels like a dad. Like, so it's so good. Hold on. Yeah. It's not even a slop. It's really, really, really wholesome. I get really touched by the show. Let me. Hold on. Let me set up my slides. Please forgive my sloppy slides. Because I had to remake them within 20 minutes. So please forgive me. But I hope that you will enjoy my anime recommendation and find something to watch. Cause these are finished. Honestly, nothing is better than binging a finished anime, in my opinion. So, well, I'm gonna put you guys on the table if you don't mind. You guys will be on the table. Let me drink some water. Okay, pudding teeth. No, 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 no. You will not take my pudding teeth. No, my pudding. Let me have a taste. My pudding. My pudding taste. Okay, welcome to my summer 2025 anime. I hope those who are watching this or those who are watching the VOD, maybe I should zoom out. Like zoom out. I hope those who are watching this will enjoy I categorize these into genres, I guess. So I'll just go through them really quick. I'm so sorry for the sloppy slides. I accidentally delete them because I'm a doofus. So I have to remake them within 20 minutes. So please forgive me. Oh, there you go. I went straight to there's 2 Yuri anime this season. One is an obvious skip. One is not an obvious skip. So we'll talk about the one that is not an obvious skip. Shall we? That girl is a pretty nice slice of life Yuri show. It's one of those shows where I just go like, oh, I don't want this anime to end. I've laughed through every episode. It's funny. The premise is about the main girl. She has a crush. Yu-chan has a crush on Atori, and you know, she feels like to be attractive, she gotta be a bad girl. And so she thinks about being a bad girl means eating on the train, dyeing her hair part red so she could be a bad girl. But actually, Atori don't really like bad girls. She just like cute and innocent girl. So the entire show. It's just her trying to come up ways to be a delinquent. But then, and even asking her best friend Suzu about how to become a delinquent. And the whole anime is about the trio of them: Yu-chan, Atori-chan, and Suzu-chan. And the trio of them is really nice. The trio of them are very funny. It's kind of one of those rom-coms that I would say it's more calm and barely rom, with maybe a little bit of Yuri. It's those shows that you just laugh. You know, one of those shows you just want to watch. At the end of the day, there's hardly any love progression, no confession or something, but it was fun seeing what everyone thought was the baddest thing in the universe. So I really enjoy. It's really just slice of life. It's pretty funny and pretty wholesome. So that's good. That's my recommendation. Watanari is the full name is There's No Freaking Way I'll Be Your Lover Unless. So basically, the main girl is a social anxiety girl. She feels like she's not good enough, and then you have a bunch of girls that really like her. And I just think that my problem is that this is a bait and switch. It's yet another bait and switch. Because they bait you thinking that it's a nice, lovely Yuri story about two girls. And then, the later half of the show, they just switch. And now, there's third person in the equation. So it's just really frustrating to. Also, Mai is really toxic. Well, if you like NTR, if you like toxic, problematic behavior, then this is for you. I don't like I hate that the fourth harem. It came out of nowhere. It was very uncalled for to me. I just think it's very fourth harem is literally out of nowhere. Toxic Yuri, no. If you want a good romance anime bloom into you, it's a really good one. Bloom into you is a great Yuri for all my Yuri people. Bloom into it's called Kase-san and Morning Glory. This show is probably one of the best Yuri I've seen in so. Do you want to know a funny story? I don't know why, but one day all of a sudden I had this urge to watch every Yuri anime on my anime list. So I went on my anime list. This was before I did my mega anime marathon. So I just went on my anime list and then I just pressed Yuri and I just watched like a whole bunch. And a lot of times in Yuri show, I just find it very. It feels very tame. Like, it feels like they're just two friends. You know? Like, I don't feel any love tension. No, nothing. But Kase-san, this show is really good. This to me is peak Yuri anime. Ooh. I feel any Yuri fan have to watch this because it's so good. It's like Sasaki to Miyano But Sasaki to Miyano is for the BL fans, and Bloom Into You is for the Yuri fans. They're the same vibe, very wholesome, very comfy, very romantic. Yuri is usually tame. Yeah. Unless you go into manga. Like toxic Yuri manga is a whole different level. Like toxic Yuri is insane in manga. I think maybe they're scared to, you know, turn it into an anime, so they just like keep it to manga only. Because wait, there's this one, let me find it for you. If you like toxic, there's this one show that is there is this one show. Maybe I should make it a stream. Yuri. Ah, Cafe-san and the Morning Glories. Bloom Into You. Bloom Into You is a nice Yuri romance. Maybe I should, you know, do a stream or talk about Yuri shows. Like toxic Yuri just make each other worse. They just mate for each other. They're just so many. Like Zembu I don't know. There's one that's really toxic. It's called My Girlfriend Is Not Here Today. I feel like Hime should watch this. Shoot, it's in the 5th. P and G. This one is called My Girlfriend Is Not Here Today. And they're dating, but they can't tell anybody. They beat each other, by the way. They like beat each other and like punch each other. And they're so unhinged and toxic and batshit crazy. And it's so much manipulation and disturbing and very suspenseful. So I finished it, but you know. Yeah. There's a few that's pretty crazy too. Kind of. There's a few more, but you know, I'll recommend it to you another day. Let me continue. So to me, I don't like Watanare. I wouldn't recommend Watanare. It's such a... Well, I guess if you like domestic girlfriend, then this is for you. You know, if you like domestic girlfriend slop, then this is for you. Okay, let's go to romance. Now this is actually peak. This is to To me, my top 10 favorite romance anime ever. Fragrant Blooms with Flower. I have not... It's been a while since I've watched a romance show that makes me cry almost every episode. It's a coming-of-age romance show about two schools. One, an elite all-girls school, and then the next one is sort of like a cheaper, delinquent, all-male school. And they hate each other. Not really, they don't like each other. It's more like girls are more prejudiced towards them because they think they're just Yankees and delinquents, and there's nothing good coming, and there's nothing good being with a bunch of delinquents. And that's the thing. The whole show sort of challenged the stereotype between two schools, because one is obviously rich and another is obviously poor, and they went from not liking each other to liking each other in probably, to me, feels like what I believe a teenager romance would be like. This show to me makes me feel that top tier romance still exists. It's so comfy. It reminds me of Insomniac After School. Like that very nice vanilla show. Like a warm vanilla ice cream on a warm night, you know? I really like that this story focus a lot about them and their friends. You know, like one example would be there's this girl, she really didn't like that her best friend is hanging out with the delinquent guy. Thank you for the super chat. I really didn't like that. She really didn't like that her best friend is hanging out with like a Yankee. Because she feels very insecure. Because she feels like she's going to lose her. And I feel that's very teenager vibes. You know, she feels like she's going to lose a friend. And she felt very insecure. And then they managed to talk about it, you know. And then and I like the main character, the girl. She's she's very nice, you know. She's like, you're my favorite person in the whole world. No one can ever change that. You're my best friend in the whole world. And then her friend just felt really guilty, you know, that she didn't like the guy, not because of his character, but she's just scared, you know. And she apologized to him, and they hang out, you know, with his male friends, you know, and they explored very well romance side. They explored their friendship very well, and whenever there's misunderstandings, it gets resolved very fast. I feel like the author don't really like to cause a lot of misunderstanding, because every time there's a misunderstanding, it gets resolved super fast. Like super fast. And each character, to me, I feel are very earnest. They just, like the male lead, he has a group of friends, like his homies, but then he don't really like to talk a lot of things to his homies, because he felt like maybe they might like, you like girls, you know, like he's scared, like, oh, what if he tell his male friends and his homies, you know, about him liking a girl? Like, would they no longer be friends with him, or would they call him like a wimp, or would they stop being friends. So he was really scared, and he felt really bad hiding it from his homies. And one time, his homies, they follow him because they're really worried about him. And they felt like there's a wall between them. And they followed him. And turns out he went to meet up with the female lead and her friend. And he said, I feel very guilty for hiding all of this from my friends because I trust them a lot. And it's really sweet because the next day they made up. And his friends are like, I trust you with all my heart. You know, I trust you and I trust our gang with all my heart. And then I cried because it felt so sweet. Because it feels like high school friends, you know? And a lot of people, you know, this show didn't really have that much very high. This show isn't very highly rated. A lot of people complain this show is bad because they apologize a lot. And they feel like it's very superficial to me. And to me, what makes a good romance is based off how well they can make me feel warm and fuzzy inside in our lonely hearts. You know? That to me makes me feel fuzzy. Sure, they apologize a lot. But then that's just who they are as a character, you know? You can't really make them change. He apologized a lot because he looks like a Yankee and everybody's scared. But he's a nice guy, so he just apologized a lot because, you know, he feels bad or he's scared that he might come off as a bad guy. And the main girl just apologized a lot because she, you know, it's just like a culture thing. Like, a lot of romance harem, like rent-a-girlfriend, scum's wish, domestic girlfriend, watanari, it makes me want to pull my hair out because it's just author writing trash for the sake of trash. That's it. And then you have like Bunny Girl, and then you have like Fragrant Flower, and then you have like Bokuyaba. And shows like that are just very well-rounded and pretty mature, and some just very fuzzy feeling. So that's why, I think romance show for me, if it makes me feel fuzzy, it's good. Plus, I also feel like a lot of people think this show is very cringe, but this show is high school. You know, they're high schoolers. And the reason why I believe that people enjoy high school romance, even though it's very cringe, is that most of people don't and never will get to experience high school love. Like a pure love, no responsibility, just two teenagers falling in love. You know, they just... Not many people get that high school. That's why shoujo manga is so loved towards a lot of people, because people just want to feel that high school romance and that pure love, a little cringe, a little dramatic, but because they're teenagers, so they're supposed to be dramatic. You know? Yeah. So I really recommend this show. It's so good. The art is so good too. Sorry, I yapped too hard. I felt so empty after I finished the show and I felt so empty. And I was staring at my wall for the rest of the night, like, you know? Yeah. And then next up we have betrothed. Betrothed to my ex. This one is like those Duke, Duchess, Crown Prince kind. The main girl, she is sort of like Cinderella. Her family loves her sister, and the sister is beautiful. And when she's young, her parents just, you know, say like, "Oh, you're ugly. You shouldn't think about yourself. And you're not worth anything. And you're not very pretty." And so since young, she has been thought that, you know, nobody like her, she don't deserve it, and she has no self-worth. So what happened was her sister died on the way to get married, so then she's like the replacement. So she gets married to a different different place. and she's always really liked, she has a lot of knowledge, but she knows to not say anything because she's not worth it. And then the whole story is sort of like she gets married and the male lead has he has a big crush on her, but he's so awkward. Like, he loves her so much, but he don't know how to tell her, and he gets a little frustrated because he wished that she could see herself the way he sees herself. And he even asked her like, "Are you abused? You know, like, does your family abuse you?" And she's like, "Nope, this is just the way I am because I'm not pretty." And then once she shifted, it became super wholesome. She don't believe she deserves to be married to a kind man. And throughout the series, the entire crew, like the maids, the chefs, they see how kind she is and they really help her. So it's the show, it's more like you see the impact of people's kindness, the patience, and the friendship made her gain self-worth. It feels a little bit like that anime, The World Is Still Beautiful, where the girl, she gets sold to the king of another country, and then she slowly gains her confidence back. It's almost very similar. And you see how much love they give her, and it makes me so sad because she's healing, and it's so sweet. It's such a sweet show. A very, very sweet show. Just wholesomeness. Everybody loves her, and they all respect her. Like the male lead, he respects her decision. He don't force anything. He just wants her to be happy and help build. It's a very well executed romance story. It's a nice ending. It's a very well read, very pure, very sincere romance. I love it. So we should watch it. You should watch it. It's great. It's a great romance. You know, the male lead listens to her. It's very nice to her. So good. Recommend it. Great romance. Like I said, this season has amazing romance. Moving on, we have a next pretty nice romance seasons too. This tree really solid. And like I said, this season has been really surprising to me. Oh, this is another like ugly girl dates handsome guy, you know, like a comedy love about a really self-deprecating girl. Oh, this series was really hard to read at first, and I thought it would be like ugly girl becomes pretty and figures out her self-worth kind of show, but no, it kind of reminds, it's kind of like the opposite of Bokuyama, where the guy is the girl and the girl is the guy. It reminds me of Kimi ni Todoke. Do you guys know Kimi ni Todoke? Sawako? Cause the whole story is that the main girl, she's very insecure about herself. She keeps saying that she's ugly. And then every time she says she's ugly, I just cry. Cause I feel so bad. Cause she's very nice and nobody wants to be her friend because of how she looks. And she's not even really ugly. She's just, you know. And it's really sad because nobody wants to be friends with her. And in high school, there were people that became her friends just so that they could mock her. So that because of that, she just, you know, she's just very negative. And then the main guy, he really likes her. He really, really likes her. And he feels a lot of hurt whenever she thinks she's not worth it. And that, you know, she's always like, I don't deserve you. And then he even fights the people, his friends, because he has friends that are like she's ugly. He even fought them, you know, for her, because he really likes her. So they develop very well, you know. It's less dramatic. And one episode, he cried because he's like, I don't care how, like, you know, because she's like, I feel very guilty because, you know, I really like you, but like, I'm not pretty, and then I feel bad because then other people will laugh at you, and he's like, I don't care what other people think, I love you, that's it. And he was crying too. He was like, I don't care. He's like, I like you, I don't care what other people think. Whoa! If that's not peak romance, then I don't know what is. I cried so hard every time. And it's not misunderstanding and misunderstanding. It's every time there's a misunderstanding, there's a resolution. And it's not how she looks. It feels very relatable because she has social anxiety. She's constantly overthinking and she's stressing over the littlest thing. And she's always so stressed out in public. So I kind of relate to her because I do have social anxiety. And then she's really nice too, and she always helps people up, but they always take her advantage because they think she's way too nice, you know? So it's like, ugh. And the male lead, he's really nice. He always stands up for her all the time, you know? He's like, don't disrespect her. And he's so sweet. This is so sweet. This is so sweet. What the freak? This is so sweet. This is so nice. I just really like it. You should watch. This season has been great for romance show, honestly. Peak romance show this season. And then next up we have a few more. We also have a really bad one. We have Mikadono Sisters. I really like this. This is like quintessential quintuplets, but it's real. It's a shonen harem show, but to me, okay, I'm very biased. I really like one of them with the male lead. I'm just really biased. But that's like quintessential quintuplets. Nobody wins. Everybody has their own favorite. It's nobody wins, man. It's about this guy. His name is ISAU. Not our ISAU from Face. He is the son of a really popular actress. And he does not have a dad. And he was asked by an elder man to tutor his 3 daughters. And so this feels like a very early 2000 anime, because each of the characters are very unique. And it's really sad. This is, you know, those normal harem shows that's like boy meets girls, boy solve each girl's issues, and then girl fall in love with boy kind of a thing. But this show is really sad because the whole manga is about how adults view prodigies. So they're all prodigies. They all each have, you know, one is a martial artist, one is, I don't know, it's like they all are prodigies, and that their dad kind of forced them to be like the trophy kid and stuff like that, and because of that they sort of is very stuck up because they feel like if they don't, they can't breathe, and they never had a mother figure. So then you is sort of like the mother figure. Literally one manga panel, it's him asking one of them to lie down so he can like give them a head pet, and he can clean their ears, sort of like what a mom would do to a child. And most of the time it's just it's a lot about him, you-san. Every time I say you-san, I keep thinking about you-san. So the male lead, he has this determination that he wants to build a loving family that she never gave him, because he never had a dad and his mom is very busy with her actress world, so he's usually always alone. And he's just like his mom. He's very motherly, so he always wanted like a happy family, so that when he tutored the 3 of them, he can't help but, you know, think of them as like his kids. And then he gradually make them open up. And it's really... it wasn't serious, it wasn't cringe. It was a great show. It's honestly really lighthearted. I thought it would be like your regular harem, just comedy and stuff, but it's pretty wholesome. And it's really sad when you know about their backstories, how they're forced to be the prodigies they are. It's really harsh. It's very toxic how they view them. And also they're really awkward towards each other. They always just blush and blush. Kind of reminds me of a couple of cuckoos. Like, and my dress-up darling always blushing. I'm very biased. I like Kazuki. Kazuki's that main girl there. That main girl. The short hair. I think they have the most romantic moments together. So, she also admits she has feelings for him, so I'm a bit biased. But then again, this feels a lot like quintessential quintuplets, where we don't really know who's gonna end up with who, so I'd say just watch it while it lasts. So it's nice. I like it. I'm pretty surprised how much I like this show. Oh, next one is Watari-kun's sex. I think it's his peace. It's either his sanity or it's his peace. Like Watari-kun's peace is about to collapse. This is like a this is like a happy sugar life. It's, you know, the male character. This is literally can a boy girl's friendship survive? I'm not even kidding. This is just can a boy girl friendship survive? The main character is pathetic. Little character development always gets manipulated. Miscommunication. And also, every single girl in this series has a mental issue, mental illness, and they never explore their mental illness. It's like, oh, I'm gonna make them mentally ill for the sake of them being mentally ill, because why not? Everybody in the show is a yandere. I don't. And you know what's the worst part? They don't explore their mental issue. They never did explore their mental issues. They have the personality of a cardboard. So, I don't know. It's so bad. It's so trashy writing. I don't understand why people write something like this. Just, oh my god. The main character is now Watari, and his parents died. So now he and his sister live at his aunt's house. And then one day his childhood friend came back, and then, you know, so yeah. And the worst is that some of the female lead is just so annoying. So annoying. So I guess the story is sort of like his sanity is about to collapse. And it's, I don't know, man. I hate it so bad. Just don't bother. There's so many... You know, there's so many other good shows out there. Why do you have to pick this, you know? There's so many romance out there. Why you gotta pick this? No. Next, we're going into white background. I'm not using white background. What are you talking about? Oh, you mean my slides is white background? Oh. Well, so that you can see properly. The next one is Shonen. Talk about Shonen. I'm not using white background, man. What? I'm not using white background. You're using white background. Let me find... Sorry, I got distracted. Let's talk about... I think there's around maybe two action fantasy series. 2 shonen, I think. Not that much shonen this series. I'm skipping all the sequels and season 2, by the way. I'm only talking about the newer releases. There's a whole bunch of sequels, but I'm not gonna talk about them. I'm gonna talk about only the new character releases. I like the 2 shonen anime. It's very basic shonen slop. If you like shonen slop, you will like this. If you don't like shonen slop, you will not like this. End of story. Okay, then let's talk about Gachakuta. Basically, the world is divided into 2. We have the upper dwellers and the bottom dwellers. So the upper dwellers is a floating island, and trash gets thrown down to the bottom dwellers. And so people who get exiled, people who do crimes, get thrown down into the bottom dwellers. So one day, this guy, he gets accused of a murder that he didn't do because they just want to put the blame on somebody else. And then they throw him down to the abyss. And he later realizes that that the bottom dwellers are the original people who own the land. It's just that the floating island is just like, they're like aliens. They just float and then they just throw trash. And then he realized that he can turn items into his powers. So the whole show is that people get different gears as powers. Anything can be a power. And so he discovered that, you know, he can turn anything into a weapon. And the whole goal is that he wants to go back up to the upper dweller so he can beat the guy's butt. So it's good. I'm a big fan of the art. The art style really carries the show. I know Gattakuta is very popular in Japan because the manga art style is amazing and I really like it. It's a good shonen. It does what shonen do, you know? I recommend after you finish the anime, you read the manga. Because the manga is way better in terms of art. The manga art is pretty amazing. And the world building is nice, the character designs are nice, the animation is nice, the fighting is nice. It's your typical, you know, shonen. The guy meets a bunch of friends and trains so that he could go up and beat other people. And then next we have Togan Anki. If you like Blue Exorcist, Togan Anki is literally Blue Exorcist. The show. Basically, it's like based off of Japanese folklore. Oni are the bad guys, so Oni are like, you know, Japanese Oni. And they can control blood, and they normally are, they're like demons, they're bloodlusty, they can blood ban, and they control their own blood. They can turn their own blood into weapons, a scythe, an umbrella, guns, swords, anything. And then there's Momotaro. So Momotaro are humans with powers to counter Onis. Goblins? What are Oni in English? Goblin? No. What are Oni in... They have horns. I don't know. Japanese? Goblin? Sort of. I don't think they're ogres, because they have horns. Japanese... It's not based off Japanese folklore. It's Oni and Momotaro. Yeah, Momotaro's Japanese folklore, by the way. Oni are Japanese folklore, by the way. So they are Japanese folklore. Supernatural, Japanese supernatural story. So basically, yeah, I don't know. Demon, large horn. What Suika say? Japanese goblin. Do you have to get me? We are Japanese goblin. And then it's literally Blue Exorcist, by the way. Guy living a normal life, and then one day he realized there's people trying to kill him, and then his dad rescue him, and then turns out he realized that his dad is a Momotaro, and then he's an Oni, and then his dad has been hiding him the whole time, and then his dad died, and then now he's going to revenge to kill the person who killed his dad. You know, tragic dad sacrifice. You know, he realized he's an Oni, and then he's also very much like Rin Okumura / Asta personality. He screams all the time. And he's really rude. So then he goes to a school of Onis where they train him to fight against Momotaro and other enemies. And it's been great. Great cast, great characters, great world building. It's a bit like Jujutsu too. You know, there's a Gojo Satoru. It's a really OP teacher. His blood is an umbrella, and he can turn his umbrella to anything else. And also, he has like a nemesis too. You know what? I don't think he's like Gojo. He's maybe like Kakashi, maybe. Sort of. You know, that kind of vibes. Pretty nice. Great world building. Great cast. You can't really fault a battle shonen. It's a battle shonen. The team is great. His friends are great, and the main character, he has a gun motive. So he summons like many guns. He can summon many pistols, or he can summon a big bazooka gun, or he can summon a sniper gun, or he can summon like Gilgamesh and summons many guns to shoot all at once. You know. Which one do I like? Most? I can't fault. I like them both. They're very different. It's pure shonen fun. If you like shonen, you like it. I think people vote this really bad. And because their comment is that it's really generic, but then is it really bad to be generic? Nothing wrong. Truly. You know, my gripe with my anime list is that people seem to put my anime list rating like it's God. You know? Like, oh, if my anime list says this is a 6.5 out of 10, and then it's a 6.5 out of 10. And then, when you read the reviews, if you scroll, most of them only watch 3 episodes. Sure, you know, 3 episodes is a thing. 3 episodes used to be a thing. But I don't think you can use 3 episodes as like a main base nowadays. Because a lot of the anime nowadays don't really grasp on the 3rd episode rule. They're mostly a watch and we'll see kind of a thing. So it's just a lot of times my anime list, they don't finish the anime and then they give it like a 4 out of 10. You know, or they, you know, not realistic enough. Generic. Typical. Doesn't make sense reality rise. Morally it is not good. Whatever, man. And then you have shonen people who vote slice of life shows really low because they think it's very boring. Yeah, so I don't really trust my... I just think that you cannot look at a review and base it off. You know, looking at somebody's review and then using that review to see if you want to watch something, it's the same thing as letting somebody control your life. You're literally putting their word on a pedestal, like, oh, according to, you know, like somebody will say like, hey, this show is really good, and you're like, no, it's not. My anime list rated like a 4 out of 10, so it's not good. Yeah, but somebody just told you that this show is great, and you're like, no, it's not. According to the review, it's bad. But like, why is it bad according to the review? You know, most people don't really read the review to see if it's good or not. They just like see it really superficially. You know, this kind of reminds me of aunties on Facebook whenever they click on an article that's like, I don't know, do not shower after you go to the gym or else you will die. And they're like, you should not shower after you go to the gym, you're gonna die. It's like, ma'am, do you even read the article? It says it's important to cool down. It's not, you know, they just kind of like read the number and be like, yeah, you know, yeah. Okay, next up. Oh, now comes to my favorite. 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 are my contenders of peak anime. But I will talk about Clevitus because Clevitus to me is maybe best anime of year for me. Yeah, I know. It's very big statement. Big statement. Big statement. If you like dark fantasy, if you like Berserk, if you like anime with a early 2000s feel, if you like Claymore, Berserk-esque dark fantasy, Ragnar Crimson, gore, dark fantasy plus gore, then you will like Clevitus. Clevitus is one of the best I've seen this year. Basically, the story is just about Clevitus. He's a demon, and he truly wants to understand why humans would summon heroes to fight the Demon King, because he's a Demon King, and he sought to understand why is it that humans want to kill him. Is it because it's based off a script? You know, like who wrote that? You know, humans should kill Demon King, and he wanted to see if humans are worth living or if he should just kill them all. So then he saw a kid and he's like, you know what? I will raise this baby up and then I'll see if humans are worth living or not. But then he realized that, you know, he don't really know how to handle a baby, and he realized that a baby needs breast milk, so he just like revives the hero that he killed, and like, hey, breastfeed. And she's like, I can't. She's like, why? You're a girl, breastfeed. He's like, I'm not pregnant. It's like, oh, okay, then we go find a pregnant woman then, cause this baby is hungry and we gotta feed this baby. And so the story is just the baby, the hero, and the wolf. So the hero is Alicia, which to me is probably one of the most endearing hero ever. She truly believes that she can save people and that she's a hero. And despite her setbacks, though this is not a comedy at all, despite her setback, she works her hardest too, because she believes that she's a hero. And then the show really focused a lot on her dynamic, on how one time she really tries her hardest because she wants to save this village. And the whole village think that she abandoned them. But then in the end, she proves to them that, you know, they think that the hero abandoned them. That's why the Demon King are invading. And then she felt really bad because they think that heroes are nothing but a name. And then in the end, she proves to them that despite her setback, she believes that she can save people. And each of them have very unique personality, and everything to me is written so well. The foreshadowing, the characters are very well-rounded. They each have their own flaws. Nobody's overpowered. And I think the strength of this show, it's not like how powerful the battle is, but I think it's how like each character grows. For example, there's in one of the episodes, there's this girl that, you know, that reminds you that despite everything that's going on, there's still good people in this world, and that's the hero. You know. And I think the thing about this show is that you could have really gore scene in 1 second, and you have the most wholesome scene in another second that catch you really off guard. To me, one of the really well-written dark fantasy shows. Very, very good. The battle scene is so peak. So good. The villain is not even the Demon King. The villain is just this guy who wants to break fate, you know? He just wants to deny fate. And then just the script of... He's trying to break the script where heroes should break, you know, who is the hero? Why can he not become a hero, you know? And it's just... The fighting scene is so peak! You just gotta watch it. I call this a sleeper of the season. I wish more people would watch it. Maybe a lot of people prefer power fantasy, you know, like solo leveling kind-esque, so they don't really watch Clevitas because the premise is like, oh, babysitting a baby? But it's amazing. How's the manga? I haven't read the manga yet. I want to read the manga at some point. It's really good. No, it's not a fantasy slob. It's... Whoa, it's high-rank fantasy. It's a super high-rank fantasy show. Probably... I marathon this show in one shot. I have no regrets. It's dark fantasy done right. Very dark, but very good. Has like a early 2000s feel to it. And... You know, the demons in this show, they're not necessarily evil. They just sort of want to have an understanding to why do humans want to kill, you know, kill demons? Is it because... What reason? And then each of them are pretty logical and stuff. And it's really nice. Is it a more serious Beelzebub? No, it's completely different than Beelzebub. Have you seen Spider Isekai? I don't think Spider Isekai is underrated. Spider Isekai is really popular. I guess another underrated one is Bofuri maybe, but Spider Isekai is really popular. At least in Japan it is. But yeah, Code is great. One of the best anime this year, I think. I don't think any fantasy could top this show. The writing in this show is just amazing. I don't think I could ever find any that could top this one. Yeah. The next one we have is Isekai Mokushiroku Minor Girl. this show is basically... This show is basically an isekai where this guy, I think he died. He's like in his hospital and he has always played his favorite game, and he just reincarnated into his game character in a fantasy world. But then there are multiple games that are being jumbled into that single world. This show is honestly a bit like a 4X turn-based strategy game. And then he creates his own kingdom. And the best part to me is that there's this girl called Atu. She is one of the heroes. So in this game, you create your kingdom and you summon heroes, and these heroes are super powerful, but it takes a lot of resources to summon. And when he finished the game, before he died, he summoned a bunch of heroes, and those heroes remember him as when he was playing them as a screen. They remember him and they could see him. So when he summoned them, they were really happy because they remember him from the boy that played their game. And they know that they're a game character. That's the crazy part. They know that they're a game character. Like, they know that they are NPCs. You know? Like, they know that one of the heroes said countless people have summoned me as a NPC, but only Takuto was the one that really took care of me. Like, I don't know how peak that is. That's just really, really peak. Have you seen Dororo? I've seen Dororo and I like Dororo. And so now, you know, he reincarnated into his favorite turn-based strategy game. Now he must build his own kingdom and build his own hero, and then he should rise up. And the thing is that this show caught me off guard because there's one scene. This show is basically like towards the end of the show, there's this huge plot twist that he didn't realize that he could get off guard by mechanics from different games. For example, scripted events from different games, like the storyline that are set canon storyline of a certain game will happen, and he can't do anything to stop it from happening. So that caught him off guard, and that made him realize that, hey, I have to play this like a game. And so there's no harem. He only likes one girl. And he slowly sort of like realized that he needs to play this. He needs to play his friends like a chess piece. And also he a little bit is like Momonga. He sort of loses empathy at the end. Like, he has zero respect for his enemies, and he can just kill them all. Like, I remember in one of the episodes where they're like, so what do you do with all these intruders? He's like, just kill them all. Just kill them all. Without even a thought. It's great. To me, one of the death scene, I cannot spoil you guys. One of the death scene is one of my favorite scene besides Momonga hugging death, you know, handicap. And also the manga cover is really I can show you. The manga is really dark, by the way. Actually, the whole show is really dark. I'm not even kidding. The whole show is darker than you thought. Like, it's not as happy as you think. Like, let me just pick this random thumbnail. Like, let me just... Like, this is one of the twins in the show. They had to eat their mom because they were dark elves and they were starving, so their mom became... So their mom agreed to... Their mom agreed to be a sacrifice, so they had to eat their mom. And then this is the main character. That is his pet. And that's his elf. And he became like really dark. Like the manga is more gory than you think. It's great. I love this show. One of my favorite isekais for now. I'm like, yes. Yippee! So I'm really excited for this. Next up is Busamen Gachi Fighter. This is one of the surprised hidden gem of the show. Busamen is about this guy. He is a salary man and he's really ugly in real life. And he's so ugly that, you know, he's really nice. It's just that he's ugly, you know? And one day he was on a train and he got framed as a pervert. And because of that, he had fined from the court for harassment and he lost his job. And he became a NEET and lived off his parents' money. And one night he saw like a thing that, you know, if he pointed at the north at 12 o'clock, he can isekai. So then he isekai. Sure, he got framed. He did! He never touched her! Because it turns out that she's just this girl that has been framing ugly guys. And she has framed many people already. And then she got caught. But then because she's still a teenager, so her sentence wasn't that good. But then he still lost his job. And he never got justice because he tried to sue the girl. You know? A fraud. But then even he won his case. His case cast, he still, you know, lost his job. And so he got an option to isekai, and then he can choose his stats. And he's like, huh, negative 100 points. And then he noticed that if he put negative points, all his other points will increase. So what he did was, he put like negative 1,100 and 1,100k into his stats. And then he put like negative. He's like super unattractive. Negative 10% health when touch girls. If he has the kinky winky with girls, he will die. And because of that, because of the negative stats, his skills became positive plus he had like a plus 100 experience increase. So then he's not an incel. He's not an incel, guys. What the freak? No. He's just a salary man. And he wanted to, because he realized that if he have negative points, the more skills he can increase and the more powerful he gets. So he just like negative. And then after that, he didn't realize that he just made it as a joke, but he didn't realize he actually isekai'd. So he isekai'd with 3 more people two girls and one guy and him. So two guys and two girls. And he like killed an ogre. And then suddenly he just gained godlike skill because he had a plus 100k experience points. So he's just like plus godlike skills. And then after that he just became really powerful. And the whole story is just about the four of them trying to figure out how to go in this new Isekai world. And it's probably one of the shortest Isekai anime, cause I think that's where the light novel and manga hits. And man could kill enemy with a flick of a finger, but he gets minus 10% HP when he touches a girl, and that brings him immense pain because he is super powerful, so he's like maximum health, you know? And then the thing about the anime is that it looks really simple, but the story is really well written because the four characters, so one of them, male character, is very handsome. He's like the hero. He used to be a president in his previous life, and he actually met the ugly. His name is Shigeru. So he actually met Shigeru, and Shigeru was really nice and gave him a lot of advice, you know. And because of that, that changed his life. And so he owed like Shigeru his life, but he didn't know that, you know, the fat ugly man in front of him is actually his lifesaver. And so in his memo, because you can write in your memo, in his memo he wrote that he swore to never betray his friends, and because of that he gets like superhero powers. And then another girl was she used to be really ugly and crippled, and people will bully her. And then she just wants her friends to be happy. So in her memo she writes that if my friends get hurt, I will become an angel and heal them and get back what's lost. And then the other girl is Rizu, and she know that crippled girl in her previous life, and she's the cause of her getting crippled, so she felt really bad, and she wished nothing but happiness for her. And so, you know, like Shigeru ends up becomes like the father figure of the three of them because everybody is well connected, and Shigeru somehow has helped them in his past, and more characters come out, and turns out that, you know, because of the good deed and the good karma that Shigeru had in his past life, he's able to... all the people that Isekai was somehow the people that he helped before. And it's like the anime is just about not to judge a book by its cover. And then there's a lot of scenes where he's so wise, and he's such a dad energy. He's so wise. And one of the quote really hit me hard was when, you know, one of the girls, she said, I don't know why, but I cry. Even if I don't feel sad, I still cry. And it's like, and she's like, I feel miserable because I cry even when I don't feel sad, and I don't know why. And then he said, people don't just cry because they're sad. They cry when their emotions fluctuate. But when people stop crying, that's when it gets worse. Because after you stop crying, you can't become stronger. So you cry so you can become stronger. Then he's like, so next time, you know, when you're crying, you just have to acknowledge that your emotions are fluctuating, and then it's okay. And then when he said it, I cried so hard. He's such a nice guy. It's so sad. Everybody loves him. Like, this whole show is very wholesome because his team is very endearing. Because he sort of like darkness, and then Rizu, the other girl, is kind of an assassin, and then the male is the hero and the other girl is an angel. So the two of them are sort of like the mom and dad of the team, and they will be the shadow supporting the angel and the hero and the team. And it's so sweet because you then meet other characters who also have isekai and then with really bad past too, and then Shiro somehow helped them in his life, and it's just so sweet to watch. And it's so wholesome, and it's not... It's something that if I look at the picture, I wouldn't watch. You know, I'd be like, oh, is this another like trash isekai joke comedy show? Also, by the way, the fat guy is voiced by Junichi Suwabe. The Junichi Suwabe. So, you know, it gotta be good. If Junichi Suwabe voiced the old man, so you know it gotta be good. It's really nice. I love it. Next up, we have Silent Witch. To me, Silent Witch is really aesthetically pleasing. Show is super amazing, CGI amazing, art breathtaking, music really good. The story is about Monica. She is the Silent Witch because she is very introverted and she has social anxiety and she's really shy. She's so shy to the point where she's able to develop a unique technique that makes her cast powerful spells without chanting. Because she has social anxiety and she's one of the... She's like a super known witch. But nobody has seen her face before because she's very shy. And she works with the king and stuff like that. She's like the legendary Silent Witch. And so one day, her colleague sent her a secret mission to enroll at a magical school where she has to disguise and act as a bodyguard for the kingdom's prince. So she's basically Bocchi the Rock. She has that same awkwardness that Bocchi have. And she has that funny Bocchi facial expressions. She's very screenshotable. I love her so much. She's really awkward too. And the whole show is her slowly inspired herself to overcome her social anxiety. And it's very slow-paced, character-focused fantasy story. She's very shy, awkward in communication, but she's also she loves numbers, she loves math, and she would geek out about numbers and math. That's her favorite spot. So it's really fun to see her geeking out about spells, formulas, numbers, maths. And her friends, the crew, slowly warm up to her and then become her friends. So it's very nice. There's no romance in this show, but it's really good. Also, her dynamic with Cyril, which is this guy who like really didn't like her at first, and then slowly warm up to her like a friend. And there's implied that she likes him, but they don't really focus a lot about romance in this show. And she misses her dad because of a bad thing. Her dad was burned to death and all of his hard work was burned to death, and she really misses. And her dad is also a reason why she's socially awkward, because her dad's a little abusive and she never really understood her dad. So the whole show is just her trying to understand who she is and the way she is. Yeah. And she grows with the rest of the cast, so it's really nice. The art is really... The music and art is like free read level. Really good. Spectacular! Next up is... New Saga. Tsuki Yote New Saga. This is about... you know, party member defeat the demon lord. And then... after that, he gets a crystal, and then it sends him 4 years into the past, where everyone he loved that died and his hometown that got destroyed came back to normal. And it's sort of like, if you had the chance to redo your life, what would you do? And the main character is not overpowered at all. He's just this swordsman, and he tried his best. And also, I don't know, apparently this show is not the same as the light novel. They decided to create new characters, so it's not faithful to its source. However, it's not a bad watch. It's not very super good. The pacing is nice, and the main character is not super OP. And it was just nice to see his strategies to try to prevent the future, which everybody dies, and it's just nice. I think it's a little rushed, but you know, it's like a guilty watch. It's not very good, but it's not very bad too. And then next up we have Scooped Up by a S-Rank Adventure. This is one of those... So the main character, Lloyd, he's a white mage, and then he got kicked out of his party again. Another mage. And then he joins like an S-rank adventure. To be honest, I feel like if I think Osan Adventure has very similar team where he is this Osan, he joins like an S-rank adventure party, but that one, everyone in the S-rank party is super powerful. But for this one, for an S-rank, they feel very weak. And there's no harem, no fan service, just a guy and his gang. You know, it's kind of like a, hey, I'm super duper OP, but nobody knows it. I think it's okay. It's not super bad, not that good. It's just, it's like a low effort show. It's kind of like, hey, I kind of want to watch something that's, you know, I kind of want to watch a marathon something, and it's just, you know, it's like, let me finish a 12 episode and then I'll feel good kind of a show. I mean, do you make notes on all the plots? I do. I Google document all of my thoughts so I don't forget them. Why is this person asking me Kim no Nawa? Kim no Nawa is trash. I hate that show. It's not good. Makoto Shinkai. That's Makoto. That's like Makoto Shinkai is not good show. I don't recommend. I will not recommend Kim no Nawa to anybody. It's just the romance is very surface level. There's no depth to it. It's just look good, sound good, does not feel good. There's no depth. Makoto Shinkai's peak work will forever be 5 centimeters per second, and Garden of Words, Voices of a Distant Future, and the romance that you get from there is just on a different level than what you can find in like Weathering with You or like Kimi no Na. I didn't watch blah 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 blah. I did! I thought it was a pretty funny comedy show. Christian, arigatou gozaimasu. yeah. Anyways. Yeah, this is a normal show. Another one is called The Water Magician. The Water Magician is sort of a funny slice to... It's like a slice of life show. The main character is reincarnated with the ability to use water magic, and he wants to live his life in peace. But then he realized that he has immortality too, and he's just, you know, relaxing in his little place, in his little forest, and then he realized that, like, there's a whole world out there, outside of his forest. And one day, this guy got stranded. Abel, he's like a hero. He got stranded after a shipwreck, and then the mage rescued him, and he's like, the mage's like, hey, can you bring me and, you know, show me the world? And he's like, sure, let me show you the world. And it's just the adventure of them showing very, you know, the main character is very powerful. But the problem I have with this, this feels a little bit like Paladin, Faro Paladin. I like it. It's just that the main character feels like a side character. Most of them focus on the hero, which is weird because he's supposed to be the main character, but he sort of is like everybody struggles, and then he shows up like Saitama, and it's, I wouldn't call it action, it's very slice of life. And the main character is very tame. Apparently in the manga he's an a-hole. And he sort of also kills people without blinking. He sort of like he freezes people for his experiment. But then I wish they would explore more of that, because he feels very plain. But then again, this anime is really relaxing. It's not the anime that focuses a lot on action. You know, it's just very slice of life show, I would say. It's just that it's very slow, that's it. But it's not bad. I kind of like it. Just feels like a... Also, they have like... I think they kind of have this thing where they build up a big introduction to a big character for him to like die. But then again, that's just your normal stuff. Yeah, he's more of a side character than a main character, which kind of is sad. That's just show how slice of life he is. This is very much like a binge kind of a show, more slice of life. You know, very relaxing, I guess, kind of a show. Next we have Deki no Mogura. Deki no Mogura is by the same guy as who wrote Gegege no Kitaro. If you like Japanese supernatural yokais, you would like Dekin. That kind of vibe. So basically, this show is very heavy on Japanese culture, demigods. So the whole premise, it's sort of like, he is a hermit and he got banned from the afterlife, and now he collects spirits, hoping to be able to go back to the afterlife. And so he has to take on odd jobs and solve mysteries so that he could go back, and every time he meets different characters, you get through their storyline. And it's really a lot like Noragami. You know, demigod take work so that he could go back to the underworld. And it's a pretty nice comedy anime. It's very enjoyable. Every point was good. The comedy was nice. The supernatural is nice. The character is nice. It's a supernatural comedy stories. Because do you know Hozuki no Reitetsu? Hozuki-san, who works, he's an Oni in hell, and he works for the Enma, is the same author. So they do supernatural story very well. It's literally almost the same thing, like Hozuki no Reitetsu. Hozuki no Reitetsu. I think you will know if I show you the picture. Maybe if I show you the picture, you would know. This is one of my favorite PNG. It's one of my favorite Japanese supernatural show. Hozuki no Reitetsu. It's by the same author. So it's one of your daily lives dealing with supernatural kind of stuff. A bit like a lot of Mononoke kind of vibe-ish kind. Yeah. So definitely should watch Yuri! Okay, if you like Japanese supernatural, like Murari-hyon and stuff like that. Yeah. And then next up we have action fantasy continue. Bullet is like a 90s sci-fi action. I think I would call it like a western anime. It's like in a post-apocalyptic future where people need to survive, but then everything is barren, wasteland, people are poor, they sell junk and stuff, and it's just they have to sell scraps. And then there's this kid, he's 15 years old, he's like a garbage collector, and then he just somehow joins a group of people in the heist to steal something. And I honestly think this show would have been great if it has been 24 episodes, but I just feel it's very condensed. It's not bad, it's just it's condensed. Also, this show is only on Disney Plus. And this show gives me like Cowboy Bebop vibe. It's a nice, fun heist show with fun assassins. A little bit like old school anime vibe, 90s sci-fi action western kind of style. But then there's no fan service. This is only in Disney Plus. I managed to get a Disney Plus account to watch this. But if you don't have Disney Plus, I don't know, it's just okay. And then next up we have Omyo Kaiten Reverse. Omyo Kaiten Reverse is, I say it's like ReZero because the main guy has to go through different time loops. So he's a Yankee, he's like a high school delinquent, Takeru, and he's transported into like a futuristic Heian era world, and he meets this girl from his dreams, and he learned that he can learn Onmyoji from Abe no Seimei, which is like the master exorcist, you know, in Japanese folklore. So it's like there's mechas, there's demons, there's magic, you know, time traveling. It's very overall satisfying ending. It's great. It's kind of like he keeps going back in time and going back in time, and then he goes to a parallel world, and you're like, what's going on? And it honestly feels like 2 seasons of content worth condensed in one. However, it's a very satisfying ending. You know, like he freed the curse, you know, and he set the timeline straight. But it was really nice. Yeah. And then next up we have Jigoku Sensei Nube. Jigoku Sensei is a remake of the old one. It's basically a little bit like student, teacher, student. It follows this guy named Nube. He's a teacher at an elementary school, and he must protect his school from supernatural threats. And he has a demon in his hand, so he has to, you know, it's kind of like a... It kind of is like a kid's show about monsters. It's like Terrified Teacher at Ghoul School. And it's pretty fun if you like supernatural and Japanese folklore. A lot of people prefer the 90s original version and stuff because it had more horror, and then the newer remake is more toned down, but it is more aesthetically pleasing. The original is more scarier and creepier, so a lot of people just kind of prefer the older one. But then I don't really mind. I'm okay with the new one. It's nice. It's like a... It feels like a 90s show. Just a modernized 90s show, which I think is okay. Yeah, those are the fantasy anime. There's a few fantasy anime. I think, like, for example, Arknights had like a sequel. To me, I think Arknights is great. I love Arknights. I love Arknights. I just think the Arknights anime is just okay. It's kind of my opinion with Blue Archive anime. It's... You have to play the game to watch it to understand it. So if you don't play the game and you watch it, you might be very confused. Kind of the show. It's good. I like the show. It's for the fans. It's a show for the fans. So yeah. Now we move on to some really good chill shows. We have Solo Camping with 2. It's basically Eurocamp but adult romances. It's basically this main character, again, he's 34-year-old Oji-san. He likes to enjoy his quiet time in camping. And he likes to go camping to reset his life from the city life. And he will kill anybody who interrupt his calm moments. And suddenly, this 20-year-old girl crossed his path and decided to stay in his camp. And it's a cozy, and you know, the plot is very straightforward. 2 main characters, they like each other and they're very sweet, and he's grumpy. He's a grumpy old man, she's like a super energetic young girl. And they like to drink beer, and they always drink beer. They're constantly drinking beer. It's a bit like more seinen because it's more adult-ish. It has a romance plot, and it kind of teaches me a lot about preservation and food camping. I like one of the episodes they used a frozen meat pack as an ice pack. And there's tons of recipes too. And I think the show originally was a live action, and then the show was so good that they turned it into an anime. And it's just really straightforward. I really like it. But I think the manga is way better because the manga showed a lot on the sceneries. Because for the manga, the sceneries were a main part of it all. But then the anime don't really show a lot of the sceneries. So let's say you know, if you like to read manga, the manga is better. But then the anime is okay too. And it's pretty wholesome because he meets his old friend. And then, you know, he chit-chat with his old friend. And then, you know, they solve some misunderstandings. Him and his bro had some misunderstanding. And then they resolve that. It's a really adult-ish show, you know? Adult problems, yeah. Recommend. And another show is called With You and Rain. This to me is my #1 EHK anime of this season or maybe this year. It's a really simple and cozy show. It's like Barakamon level comfy. Basically, it's like Barakamon. The main character is this girl. She's a professional novelist, but she's also a little bit introverted and a little bit odd, and her social battery is always over. And one day, she found a dog that can write, which looks like a tanuki, which is a raccoon dog. And then, so she adopts the raccoon, and the whole story is just her and her raccoon as a company and her friends. She has friends, and then they talk about the raccoon, and she also has a twin brother, and it's a very... This show is kind of like a healing patch to your heart. You know, like a warm cup of tea on a rainy day. It's not super deep, you know, not some life-changing story. It's really cozy, it's really quiet. It's about the small things. And every day, new people just interact with the raccoon. And it just shows, it makes, because she was worried, you know, she's an adult woman, but then she feels the need to socialize, and then, you know, the raccoon sort of help her to think that, hey, you know what, I think it's okay to be alone. And then it's cute because she would hang out with her friends, and then the next moment she's like, I want to go home and be with my raccoon. And the art of this show is really good. And I remember there was the puddle scene that I think changed a lot of people's view of this show. Because she kept asking, why do people like the rain so much? Why do they like the rain so much? And then I like it so much I even kept as a quote. She wrote, the reason why she liked the rain is because the sound of rain, raindrops by raindrops, they drench the ground and then return to the sky. Again and again, we walk in the rain that keeps pouring down. Sometimes we feel joy, and sometimes our feet get stuck in the mud. On journey, we meet on new encounters and walk side by side because of the rain. And then it shows her meeting the tanuki for the first time. And just really sweet. Each episode is very warm and fuzzy. A warm, fuzzy show. I love it. Recommend. It's a healing slice of life show. And next up we have See You Tomorrow. The Gyaru is voiced by Bochi, by the way, which is really surprising. It's an extroverted Gyaru who is a little bit introverted. She don't really talk a lot, versus an introverted girl who is this toxic normie hating greasy keyboard warrior gremlin who just yaps about random things all the time. So it's just two best friends talking about, they can talk about gacha, fan fiction, boys, story, clothes, and also and then they just eat. And there's only 6 episodes. And it kind of reminds me of Fumikiri Jikan. It's another anime where it's a slice of life show about people waiting to cross the railway. Yeah, great show, great show. And then next show is Utagoe wa Miru Furu. It's okay. It's an acapella show. It's a slice of life. Cute girls doing cute things in an acapella club. It's like a 10-episode show. And it's about high school adolescent girls. Yeah, cute girls doing cute things. It's a pretty nice show. Nice show, short, cute girls doing cute things. Next up, we have another chill, continued chill anime show. We have cultural exchange with a game-centered girl. I call it the Super Moe Unga Bunga Diabetes cute show about a girl who comes from the United Kingdom and she likes crane machine. She loves crane machine. And it's just her and her interaction with Renji, a Japanese arcade employee. It's a really cute and fun and wholesome series, and I think the female voice actress did a great job because she put a bit of an English accent into the Japanese lines to make the voice more convincing. If you ever watched like Harem, this is a bit like Harem. It's super cute. And also the director, the anime director, directed pseudo Harem, therefore, you know, this show reminds me of those moe show in the early 2000s, you know, just really cute girl. And you just want to go, oh, so adorable. So Lily, she does have a crush on Renji, but there's no romantic development. I think a lot of people got creeped out because they're like, yeah, she's so young, whatever, she's so young, she's so young. But the show has zero romantic development. So this is not a romance, it's just like a moe show. And also Lily is British, so she likes to bring some British influence with the show, which was really nice. Yeah, so basically the whole show is like going to the gang, going about the gang, going to arcades, playing crane machine tournaments, and that's it. Super moe, super great. And then, oh shoot, my image is wrong for the welcome to Outcast restaurant. Okay, next show is Ruri Rocks. Ruri Rocks is cute girls and cute rocks. Do you like cute girls? Liking cute rocks? Then there you go. It's about a high school girl who loves jewelry and she likes accessories and jewelries, necklaces, and she decided to go into a world of collecting minerals from mountains and rivers. And this is probably one really peak show. It's just cute girls doing cute things and it's so good. It's like slice of life show with a bit of science. Cause it's a lot about geology. Do you like geology? This is geology about rocks. And it's pretty educational, I think. And also I really like Ruri's character development, because she started off as somebody who's a very impatient teenager to somebody who works really hard, and see her grow in terms of her geology knowledge and as a leader. And you know, each episode they encounter a problem, but then they work through using some scientific thing that actual geologists use in the field, so it's pretty accurate. You know, if you like how minerals are and how minerals grow, this is nice. You can learn about minerals, you can learn about rocks, and you can learn about cute girls doing cute rocks, and that's all I can say. Oh shoot! Wait, I might need to rush this for a second, cause I forgot I have a meeting with staff. Wait, let me DM TC. Let me tell her to give me 20 more minutes. Let me hi. Can you give me 20 more minutes? Oh, she's watching. Wait, almost done. Almost done. Almost done. Almost done. Uh-oh. Almost done. Almost done. Okay, let me... Sorry, let me finish my anime! Uh-oh, I'm having a little problems. Wait, let me just... It's hard for me to find some shows because women only use American titles. Can we get Rama? You can type the show and then you type in Japanese and I think it will show up. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second! But yes, let me continue as I try to fix my technical difficulties. If you like rocks, you will like this show. I think honestly, besides rock, this show's a little bit of a yashike because it deals with a lot of self-healing and growth. And you know what? Honestly, I think Jelly will like this anime. I think she really likes rocks. I think Jelly really likes rocks. Do you like rocks? Well, I mean, I think one of the reasons this anime got popular was because one of the girls had huge boobs, you know? And then it got spread out. It got spread out on Twitter. You're like, huge boobs! Wait, let me find it. You're like, huge boobs! Yuri rocks. Which one is it? Ah, it's this one. It's this one. Jafiv! Why? Why? Why must you be Jafiv? Why? Why? I'm back. Thank you for enduring my technical difficulty. As a reward, have some boobies. Oh! I didn't expect it to be that big. I think this picture went viral. They're like, boobies! Wow, boobies! That's crazy! Boobies! No guys, this anime is about rocks. R-O-C-K, rocks. Okay, next up we have Welcome to Outcast Restaurant. My PNG is wrong, forgive me. Let me bring you a makeshift PNG. So basically the whole plot is this guy, wow! What in the world is this girl wearing? I was not expecting her to be that. I did not expect her to wear that. You know, I watched this show a month ago, so I totally forgot about it. Anyways, Outcast of Welcome to Outcast Restaurant. It's your typical like Isekai Shokudo, Isekai Izakaya, Isekai restaurant where the main character, he got kicked out of his party and he has level 99 cooking, and he decided to open a restaurant so he can invite other outcasts to come. He got kicked out of the world's strongest party, and then, you know, people who come to his restaurant were outcasts or people that have problems in their life. And so his name is Dennis, and he would help them solve their problems and improve their life, you know? It focused a lot about outcasts and how I think this show handled each character's struggles very well. So if you're into food anime, you're into fantasy, then you like this one. You can keep up with them, and well, the food is really yummy, so make sure you don't watch it with an empty stomach. And one of the quote that I find in this anime was really nice, when one of them said like, why do you like going to the Outcast restaurant? And then one of them said, well, if you can't stand up on your own, you can have someone pull you up. That's why people go to the Outcast restaurant. Cause no matter how tough days are, it's always nice to have somebody to help lift you up. And that's exactly what Outcast restaurant do. So honestly, really wholesome. Also, he has his assistant who he rescued because she was about to get sold off. So it's like one of those isekai restaurant chill vibe, a little bit like bartender-esque, you know. You go through different people. I really like shows like that, very mundane. Each episode shows a different person and their different problems. No, not Outback Restaurant. Outcast Restaurant. Welcome to Outcast Restaurant. Yeah, that sounds like Lemmy. Your community post lives as that too. Oh, I'm glad you like my community posts. I shall make more of those. So at least, you know, you can wake up and feel better. Yay! Because it costs 0 to be nice. And, next slide I have is what I call unique shows, which are pretty interesting shows. The first one really surprised me, and honestly I can't really give it a review. All I can say is you must watch this anime, dumb. You must watch this anime without spoilers. A group of people who play bowling get isekai into a samurai era, and they kill samurais through bowling. How do you kill samurai through bowling? That's the point. You have to watch it. That's the whole point of the show. You just gotta watch it. They got Isekai too. I think Sengoku period, you know, with samurai. And the thing is, it's one hell of a crazy ride. This show starts off like a cute girl doing cute things, and all of a sudden, BAM! They get sent to Sengoku, Japan. It's like a really dumb show. It's like a really stupid show. And I don't... It's like every moment, I don't understand how you can use bowling to fix problems, but apparently you can use bowling to fix problems. And I don't know how you can use bowling to fix problems, but somehow you can with bowling. It's crazy. Bowling time traveling show, a fun one. And also it's character development. You just cry and laugh in one episode. That's all I can say. You should watch. It's great. Next up is Format Kitchen. Format Kitchen is for Shokugeki no Soma fan. It had like the same, not as exaggerated, like, Shokugeki no Soma is like, I eat noodle and then I become naked. No. Format is like, I eat noodle, I see numbers and math in my sky. And sparkles and rainbows and numbers. And it's basically this guy. He's like a math prodigy. And he's like a genius math guy, and he always wanted to be a mathematician, but then he sort of gave up his dreams. And one day a super renowned chef invites him and be like, hey, I know you can cook. Cause one day he ate his Napoleon pasta and he's like, this Napoleon pasta is insane. It's like, hey, you got talent, you should cook. And so, this and the mysterious chef is Kai. He sort of is so powerful that there's no rival. Because he's like the top dog and, he wants something fresh. So then, it contrasts with the main character Gaku, who has no experience in the kitchen and the only thing he knows is math. And so he just uses his math knowledge to make new culinary food. So if you like cooking shows, this is for you. It's a little bit like Doctor Strange, because he used a lot of math calculations in this food. And it also focused a lot about the kitchen settings. How like a kitchen work. Potato. I love shows with goofy premises that don't take themselves seriously. Me too! I love goofy shows too! So this is a nice one. I really enjoyed the food part. Next is Hotel Inhumans. Hotel Inhuman is really nice. It's a little bit like Hotel Apocalypse. Hotel Apocalypse is about hotel in a post-apocalyptic world where they are all robots waiting for humans, but Hotel Inhumans is about hotels like John Wick. You know how in John Wick, the first movie, there is like the Hotel Continental where you have a lot of hitmen. So this show is that this hotel is based off hitmen or assassins. They will fulfill requests that their assassin guests will ask, and they will never say no. And it's very interesting because this is both action and mystery. It's kind of like a mystery action hotel setting where it's very episodic and kind of slice of life, because every hitman has a different story. For example, some people, they choose to become assassins because they want to gain money for their family member, or some just is tired of working a 9 to 5, or some is a part-time 9 to 5 and a high school student but assassin at night. And it being an episodic sort of anime, it just shows sometimes you sympathize with the hitman. Like, you thought hitmans are bad and you thought assassins are bad, but then they show you that the people who they target are the worst. You know, those kind of shows. And it's a little bit like Tasogare Hotel kind of a shows. It's really nice. It's a nice hotel vibe. Recommend. Next up we have City D Animation. I think this is KyoAni's best work. Although this show This show is just about a city. A crazy city. It's the same author as Nichijou, so enough said. You know, city is not just a normal town. I just realized I did not change my screen! I'm so sorry! Wait, did I? I did! Oh, oops, sorry. City, the animation, same author as Nichijou, peak comedy. This town is very unpredictable. It's literally every scene. I don't know how to explain. This show is like the show for Gen Alpha. You have like split screen storytelling. You have 8 scenes, 8 actively happening storytelling scenes all in one shot. And then, you know, you have furniture that's drawn very weirdly, and then every scene is happening in real time. They're just doing different angles, and you know, let me just show you. It's like super contrasting. The show is super contrasting. Like, let me show one of the panels. Like, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's like 9 things going on currently in real life. And then you have like something like this. And there's like so many things going on, but you know, it truly is animation at its finest. Like truly, I think each frame has like 20,000 or something. 20,000 frames, handmade frames. Like for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 6 frames going on at the same time. And I think that's what make it so peak. I gotta say, it's really hard on the eyes. So that's why I put it as like anime for Gen Alpha. It's really hard on the eyes, but also it's just really peak. It's nonsense. It's just nonsense. There's no plot, nothing. Nonsense. Things, crazy things happening in the city. Nonsense. And that's what is fun, because it's nonsense. Like Nichijou. Yeah. And then next up, I have You Funny Anime. Detectives these days are crazy. Is peak comedy. It's so funny. Like the girl is so dumb. Let me show you some pictures. It's basically a story about an Oji-san. He used to be a super detective in his prime, but then he fell off. So now nobody really know him anymore, and he's depressed and he owes debt because he needs to pay rent, but he has no money. So they're like, you know what? We need you to go out and solve mysteries. So we will hire another detective for you. And he hires this super young girl, super energetic girl, who is a little weird in the head. And she has like some ungodly strength. Also, Junichi Suwabe is playing the detective, and then Hana Kana is playing the young girl. Arke arigato member. She's like a martial artist. She could take down an entire Yakuza organization on her own. She could wrestle a sumo wrestler and still win. And the whole time this is sort of like Gintama, but mystery Gintama. You know, it's a bit like Salad Bowl of Eccentric. a little crazy Hinamatsuri kind. It's a little bit like Wish Watch, Ninja and Assassin Under a Roof, kind of batshit comedy that you can't seem to stop laughing. It's like you just have to keep laughing. It's just unhinged detectives trying to solve mystery. For example, the old man, he is trying to use reasoning to solve mystery, and then you have the young girl. She's just like, yeah, let me just beat them up, cause that's how you solve mystery. Punch first, think later. And then it's like, oh my god. It's like, stop it! Stop it! Yeah, and so funny. I have some more panels. That is so crazy. And he's just had enough of her. All the time, he's just, I'm so done with you. I'm so tired. And it's probably one of the funniest. It's like, this season is so peak. This is so funny. This is such a good cop slash stupid smart cop doing stupid things. They're just so stupid. They're so crazy. There's so many references. You know, very fun shows. I will recommend one of those goofy shows. Yeah. And then next up we have A Shy Hero and the Assassin Princesses. I'd say I put this as funny because it's pretty funny. The main character, he's like a really powerful hero, but he's also really shy about. His name is Toto. He's a hero, but he's unable to form a party, and he's stuck in beginner town because he's shy around girls. And he's a hero, and he wants to adventure with other people, but he's so shy and he's so timid that he can't do it, so he's stuck in beginner town after being a hero. And then all of a sudden, 3 girls decided to ask him to join his party. It's like, one is a lolly demon princess, another one is an assassin, and another one is like a really sadistic big sister vibe. And they're all trying to actively kill the main character, but because he's so ridiculously OP, he survives every assassination attempt. It's like a gag, solid comedy gag where they're just trying to kill him, but then he never dies. And then after that, the more cause you know, they have to kill him, but he can't die, so they take a long time to kill him, and thus they have to stay in the party for a longer time. And then they slowly start to fall for him, and it's so funny because he's so shy. When they hug him, he faints. Like, it's so shy. And then he ends up being like a therapist for the 3 of them. But it's so funny because he's so shy. And it's such a wholesome show. There's no like harem or anything. It's just like a comedy It's just a comedy show. Like, it's really funny, nice watch. Yeah. And then next we have Nukitashi the animation. This is what I call peak edgy comedy is back. It's like Shimoneta. It's this anime is about Kinky Winky, you know. So the funny thing about this show is that there's an island, and in this island you can Kinky Winky with anyone, Kinky Winky anywhere, Kinky Winky anytime. You can have free will to Kinky Winky, free will. But then the main character, he don't like that. He believes that you can only Kinky Winky with your own lover. He do not like the free Kinky Winky island, okay? He do not like the shags he said no free sex. Reject free sex. Bring back lover only. And that's his entire thing. It's so funny. You know, it's literally like Shimoneta or High School DxD, Trinity 7. Kind of a Sequon no Quasar, kind of like funny, edgy shows. It's not meant to be taken seriously. And the fighting scenes are pretty nice. So, you can expect boobs everywhere. Boobs, boobs, and boobs. Cause it's just it's a funny, edgy show, and it does what a funny, edgy show do. A lot of people didn't like the show, cause some people they didn't really like the show, cause they're like, it's not morally correct. Oh, whatever, man. This is an edgy show. Just, nobody cares about morals in an edgy show. I want to see boobs. Let me see boobs. I miss edgy comedy. I love edgy comedy. It's just funny. I think boobs are funny. I think boobs are funny. I think edgy show is literally the definition of anime is free. Like, you know, there's no... You can do whatever you want. You can be batshit crazy, and that's fine, because that's how it is. It's wild and it's funny. It's not meant to be taken seriously, and it's meant to be crazy. Yeah! Okay, next up we have mystery anime. We have Leviathan. Leviathan to me is a little confusing. Also, I think this show is only on Netflix. I think maybe it's... Apparently, this show is based off a book. It's based off a trilogy. About World War I. It's like a novel of an alternate history of World War I with the Central Powers like Germany, Italy, Japan against Britain, France, and America. And I never read the book. To me, this is okay. This is pretty okay. I know I like Air Force, military shows, mecha, war, military. It's like a nice binge watch kind of a show. But it is very rushed, and I don't understand a lot of things. And I think that's because I didn't read the book. So because I didn't read the book, I don't know what it is. So I guess, you know, it's kind of okay. If you wanna binge watch, you know, this, sure. But if you don't watch the book, it's like... And then next up, we have... I think I left out on like 2 shows. I think. Uh-oh, it's okay. I'll put it on for this. I left out like 2 shows. But let's continue. The next one is The Day Hikaru Died. I think this is a pretty popular show on TikTok. It's a pretty popular topic. These 2, Takopi and The Day Hikaru Died, is a pretty popular topic. It's kind of rare to have 2 psychological horror stuff. But The Day Hikaru Died is literally like countryside horror. It's very, very similar to Summertime Rendering. If you like Summertime Rendering vibes, you like this show. The whole point of this show is that Hikaru, he got replaced by this monster. He died and he got replaced by a monster. That's why, like, it says the summer Hikaru died. Because Hikaru died in spring, but then the main character only realized Hikaru died in summer. That's why it's like the Hikaru that died in summer, because he realized that his friend is no longer his friend. This show is pretty shonen ai. If you're okay with shonen ai, it's not BL. It's just shonen ai. It's just this guy. He has like a unrequited love towards the original Hikaru, and it's really nice. The stories, the art is really nice. It has a very creepy mystery setting out, because I read the manga. It has a very mystery tone. It kind of is a little unsettling, which is great. I think the anime is amazing. The direction is amazing. The atmospheric horror is really good in this one. It makes you feel very unsettled, which I think psychological horror does a really good job. And the manga is still going on. It's pretty nice. It's kind of like at the end, Yoshiki, he has to come to an acceptance that Hikaru is, you know, that creature that possessed Hikaru is a new person, and he shouldn't see him as like a replacement and stuff. I think my gripe is that it's a little BL bait, and I wish, you know, it's kind of like, I don't like it when authors do BL bait, you know, like if you just want to make them gay, just make them gay! It's not that hard! Just make them gay! Oh my god! It would have been better! But it's not, so it's like this, it's at this really awkward phase. It's really awkward, you know? He's like he has a crush on him, and then he don't want to admit, you know? So it's just, I guess that's just my comment, is that it's just really awkward. Yeah. Because the more he's like in tune with his feelings, like the more nothing happens. And I think it's pretty gay, because like Hikaru, like the new entity, he thought that, you know, Yoshiki's world would have been better without him. And you know, he felt like he just wanted Yoshiki to love him for who he is and not love him for the person he possessed. And then he went from a person who has no emotions, and he grown into a person who sort of deserves a home and deserves friends, you know? It's a really nice show. Yeah. So, I recommend psychological horror. It's pretty nice. The art direction's amazing. Yippee! Next up, we have Takopi. Takopi is sad. Takopi is like, it's kind of like, a lot of people are like, wow, Takopi is not the greatest thing. No, the most depressing thing is not Takopi. It's Oyasumi Punpun. Oyasumi Punpun is pain. Takopi is not that pain. Takopi is just an alien from Happy Planet. he wants to travel to Earth to spread happiness. So he encountered this girl who got bullied named Shizuka. So, you know, he thinks he can solve Shizuka's happiness, but then it turns into like a cycle. Because Takopi thinks he's like Jesus, you know? He thinks he's powerful, and he thinks that he can cure, because that's the original sin, is that he thinks that he can cure them, but he can't. He can't miraculously, he cannot miraculously save the girl from her abusive parents. Like, he thinks that if he dies for the girl, for Shizuka's sins, she would be saved, but no. She will not be saved. So he keeps going into this time loop of dying and dying and dying and dying and dying and dying. And it's just nothing happens. Like, it's very different from Oyasumi Punpun. Oyasumi Punpun is sort of like Punpun lives with the guilt, and his life spirals out of control because of his guilt. And that's it. But Takopi is sort of like happiness is always possible if you connect with others, which I don't get it, because at the end, I think Takopi made it worse because Shizuka and Marina became friends. Like, what do you mean you became friends with your bully? How do you become friends with your bully? I just thought the ending was bad, cause like, obviously not everything magically resolves, but like, why would a victim ever wants to be friends with their bully? And then the ending is just like, hey, even though you're in an abusive situation, you can make it true if you have the power of friendship. So, you know. And then Takopi keeps resetting and resetting and resetting and killing himself, resetting and killing himself. He thinks that if he removes the bad stuff, everybody will be happy, but then no. So everything is just the same. It's not a happy ending, you know? At the end, Takopi failed to change anything, and Marina and Shizuka's timeline is the same, or is even worse. She's still bullied. Her parents still abuse her. Like, Shizuka is still abandoned by her parents, and Marina's mom is still abusive. It's just that the only memories they have is this Takopi, and that's it. Like, so, you know, just so sad. Like, everything is still the same. Like, sad. It's just really sad. I forgot I need to do one more panel slide that I did not do. I'm so sorry. Let me like do it real quick. Oh, and meanwhile we can talk about another anime. So, well, if you like, you know, dark anime, cause Takopi is very depressing. If you like those depressing, dark, Oyasumi Punpun, summertime rendering kind of a show that's essentially meaningless. You know, Takopi is meaningless. After you read the show, you just get depressed. You don't get happy. There's no happy feeling. It's like, what's the point? You come into my world, give me hope, leave, nothing changed. So it just makes everything more depressing because nothing changed. And because of that, it's really like, it's really like, what is the point? You know? Why am I doing this? What is the point? Why am I even here? You know? That's the point. Not everything can be. Yeah, that's why I say, like, it's very depressing. Like, it's very, very depressing. Cause it's like, what is the point of it all? For me to do all these, you know? Like, why? Sorry, I forgot to add 3 more. 3 more shows. So I'm gonna add 3 more shows. But let's talk about another anime. Panty Stocking. What do you guys think of Panty Stockings? I heard a lot of people dislike the new Panty Stocking because they changed the entire dub cast. But I only watched the sub, so I'm not a dub watcher, therefore I don't know. I like it. I pretty like it. It's just a lot of people didn't like the dub. What do you guys think? It was good. I like it. I had a lot of fun with it. It was good. But I'm not sure what you guys think of it. Do you guys like it? It's great, by the way. Is great. It's a pretty good one. It's like an extension to the finale. It kind of is like the finale, but like maybe 10 minutes after. Shironeko-nya, arigato! Thank you for the raid! 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 Welcome, raiders! Nice to meet you! I'm La, Fear through the darkness, Remilia Nefesh. For fate has led us to meet. I'm already at the end of I'm at the end of the show. I'm at the end of my anime review, so if you like, you can check my VOD because I give a lot of reviews of current animes to watch, and I hope you can use this chance to watch a lot of anime. But we were talking about the new Panty Stocking with Garter Belt, and I thought it was really, really good. I feel like because I think when it ended, it was when Gainax left, and then like Gainax worked with Gurren Lagann, and then Evangelion and stuff, and then Nahueru, arigato! Thank you for the 1020 gifty, arigato! Thank you so much. And then Gainax later formed Trigger. I think like, and then they took back Panty and Stockings copyright, and then they add a sequel which is really amazing. I thought the ending was really peak, and it's just very much Panty and Stocking. The more I can say it's true to Panty and Stocking franchise. The sequel is like an extension. It's really, I love the plot twist. It was great. Really good. I think people just didn't like the dub because they changed the dub, but you know. It was great. Yeah, it's more raunchy. There's more like kinky winky jokes. Okay, let me bring back my show. Okay, I'm gonna talk about 9 anime. Nine anime. Nine anime. Nine. The freak. I keep calling it 9 anime. 9 anime. 99. This is a really nice visual novel. I would say skip the anime, play the visual novel, cause anime sucks. That's it. Sucks. Play the visual novel. Anime sucks. That's just my gripe with a lot of visual novel. It's just how, you know. It's just how can you fit like 30 hours of gameplay? How do you fit 30 hours of gameplay into like a 12 episode show? Which I don't get it. You know, so just do yourself a favor and read the visual novel, cause it's way better. It's like 50 hours of visual novel into like 12 to 13 episodes. The pacing is okay. I feel like I cannot recommend someone to watch this anime if you have never played the visual novel, because the visual novel is really picky. I also don't really like the route that they went. I didn't like that. I didn't like that they picked Sora. You know, they could have picked another person. Like they could have picked maybe Noah. I think they could have picked Noah, but I don't know. I think that's just the fact about visual novel, is that, you know, there's many routes and then somehow they only pick one route, and if you don't like the route, then it's just really not nice, you know. I cannot recommend this adaptation. It's really sad and it's very frustrating because the visual novel is really, really nice, and it's just one of those sad moments where, you know, adaptation, yeah. So yeah. Anyways, next up we have Moonrise. Moonrise is a Netflix original. I don't think many people know about this anime. Not gonna lie, because it's on Netflix. I just would like to say that it's set in it's a futuristic world where the world has AI called Sapienta, and then there's like between the Earth and Moon, you know, colonies. You have like the Earth Force. It's a bit like Star Wars. You have the rebels, and then, you know, and rebellions, and then this guy, he joins the Earth Army, and then he discovered that his childhood friend Phil is the leader of a rebellion, and they keep switching from past, future, present, future, past, future, and I have no idea where I am, and they don't even explain a lot of things, and they just bring out new facts, and then I'm like, oh, what's next? I don't know. And I think the writing's a little choppy. It feels like this show is supposed to be like a 50 episode show, or at least 2 seasons. But instead we get like 18 episodes with so much time skip that I have no idea what's going on, and it just feels very rushed, and there's multiple overlapping plot lines that I get very confused, and most of the time I'm just there wondering what is going on. And also I really don't like the main protagonist. I think he has the personality of a cardboard. He's so void. He has no... And you know what's worse? They built this character up, and then they just kill him off. Boom. Die. I'm like, what? Who? Who died? What die? And you know what's the saddest thing is that you know Hiromu Arakawa sensei designed the characters Full Metal Alchemist, and the whole thing has Full Metal Alchemist vibe, but it's just the pacing of this show is horrible. It's like they put so many tropes in a blender and that's it. Why is there so many seeds? Why is there so many rivals? And they never explain what is the Earth Army, what is the Rebellion Army. It's honestly what a waste. So really sad, yeah. Anyways, next up we have Kamitsubaki. Kamitsubaki. This is like sad girls in a post-apocalyptic world, and the whole show is about CGI. And this sort of is kind of like it's less of an anime, more of a utaite kind of a thing. It's kind of like, you know, you don't really understand the lore or the story because they're utaites. They just make an anime out of themselves. So they, you know, in the world where they sing to heal the world. But the music's nice. Yeah, it's just... I guess you probably is like, this is like an introduction to the utaite kind, I guess. Well, yeah. Next, the last slide I have for you is a shout out to my favorite mangaka. One of my favorite mangaka. They did 2 amazing anime this season. And if you think, Wemmy, is this BL? Not really, no. You'll be surprised. Okay, let me talk about... So, Captivated by You is a short story about daily lives of teenagers. It's just 5 episodes. It follows like high school boys doing weird things. You know, like for example, it's a lot of shenanigans, very down to earth into like high school boys doing things like weird things, like their curiosity, and they're like kids because they're super weird, and it's just anthological stories of like boys in an all boys school. And I really like this author because their work is really nice. It's very popular too. Like Sensei's work takes a lot of inspiration from like Junji Ito kind of art style. It's kind of like a mundane, simple kind of art style. Like just dudes being dude. Yep, just dudes being dude. Kind of like a mundane art style. I can show you another one. Like kind of like old-ish art, and it's really popular. Like this sensei's work is really popular. It has live series and stuff. And I would like to emphasize on this show called Let's Go Karaoke because it's probably one of the most surprising shows that I have seen. The whole premise is about this Yakuza. His boss, his Oyabun, has this thing where every once a year they would hold an annual karaoke competition, and the one who gets the lowest score will have to get a tattoo by the boss. And the boss tattoo is really bad, so to prevent getting a tattoo, he decided to ask help from this high school choir student to teach him. That's why he said like, hey, let's go karaoke. So he just brings him to a karaoke, and the guy just helps him sing to pitch him. And the thing is, it's a comedy at heart, but it's kind of like a very melodramatic show. A little bit of teen angst, because the main kid, he is very insecure about his voice, because I think he's going from puberty, so his voice is getting deeper, so he can't sing high pitch anymore, and he get really worried that he might be replaced by his choir team. There's a lot of anxiety that he might be replaced, and that he might be useless, and he has nightmare, and he couldn't sleep. And so he sort of gained his confidence by the Yakuza, because the Yakuza guy is just, you know... It's kind of ironic that the anime used great use of their very odd friendship. Because the Yakuza is kind of like a big brother figure to him, and like a supportive role model, and they sing, and then we forget that he's a Yakuza and he kills people and stuff. And it's just a really contrasting... And they also sing like old Japanese songs, and some of the Yakuza even sing like Yasobi, Usewa, and stuff like that. It's ridiculously melodramatic, but also comedy, and it's like a drama with light moments of comedy. It's just two people from two very different worlds. He's like this little kid in high school, and somehow he's like mixing up with the Yakuzas, you know? And it's just really nice. It's like a coming-of-age story that I really, really like. And it's very unique. And this mangaka is amazing. This mangaka has a very unique storytelling style. So it's nice. It made me cry a lot of times. Just really sad. Because the main guy, he's very insecure that... he's like scared of failing, you know? And the gangster actually taught him like how to be brave. And he also hangs out with the gangster, so that's really funny. And in one of the scenes where he... You know, he went to the Yakuza lair to find the Yakuza. And then he sang the Yakuza song in front of all the Yakuza. And the Yakuza boss was like, whoa, look at this kid. He got so much balls. He's like one of us. You know? Really nice. So, really recommend. It's very unexpected. You know, I read a lot of comments about this. People who watch this were like, whoa, I didn't expect this to be so good. And yeah, so I hope you give it a try. It's really nice. So yeah, these are basically all of the seasons, all of the summer anime. I did not touch on sequels. So sequels, we have Dadadan, which is really nice. My Dress Up Darling, really nice too. Kaiju, I thought Kaiju was okay. Call of the Night, another peak romance about vampire. Rise of the Shield Hero, amazing. I miss Rise of the Shield Hero, great one. Dr. Stone is very niche as usual. Granblue, I love Granblue. I thought Granblue was a really nice romance show. I was reincarnated as the Seventh Prince. It was great too, a great show. A couple of cuckoos, I like second season. Vending Machine gets a second season, which I was pretty surprised, but I guess so. I thought it was just okay. Toilet Hanako-kun, amazing show by the way. I love their dynamic. Puniru Kawaii Slime Season 2, really cute show. Osomatsu 4th season. Osomatsu is a funny gag show about siblings, so it's a good show. Vanguard, I don't really watch Vanguard. Cute High Earth Defense Club is like, I think it's Binan Coco, so it's magical boys. I thought that was pretty funny. Rascal, Bunny Girl, peak as usual. Sakamoto Days, I thought it was nice. Although the animation is but it was nice. Rent a Girl season 4, trash as usual. So those are pretty much the sequels. So I hope that you have a lot of inspiration on what is on your next list. And I really have to go. But I hope you had fun, and thank you so much for staying and listen to me yap about anime. And I hope that I gave you an anime list to watch. Yuri! I would say summer 2025 has the best lineup I've seen. Not even 2024 has this lineup. This summer is stacked. So many good isekai, so many good fantasy, so many good romance, so many good niche ones, so many good romance. Again, romance emphasizing so many good mystery shows. Really surprised me. This is like, I haven't seen such a stacked lineup since like early 2000s, so amazing show. I hope you guys get to watch a lot that I recommend, and I hope for all the VOD watchers, thank you for reaching so far, and I hope that my review can help you discover new animes. Yippee! Thank you guys so much for coming, and I appreciate it. Yippee! And I'll see you next time. Okay, I really have to go. Thank you. Bye bye.